friendly reminder as you're coming into the game tonight, Colby Booster Club has got their raffles going, and you'll have plenty of cash prizes to shoot for. So make sure as you're coming into the stadium, you pick yourself up not only a 50-50, but also your Booster Club ticket. Ticket cost is $50. First prize will be $1,000, along with a second, third, fourth, and fifth through 12th cash prize. You got your Booster Club tickets, you got the raffle tickets, and then you also have the Colby Cheese Chuck. I mean, this is the tickets you gotta get for the Booster Club. Not the 50-50, but these are the ones, the Colby Booster Club raffle ticket. Chance to win big prizes.
With 100 years of working experience, the team at Century 21 Dairyland Realty are ready to help you. Whether you're looking for a new home, recreation land, or a place to start your new business, the team at Century 21 Dairyland Realty are ready to help you. Stop into either of their convenient locations on West Broadway Avenue in Medford or North 4th Street in Abbotsford, or find them online at c21dairyland.com to find out more. Century 21 Dairyland Realty, a proud supporter of local athletics.
Okay, gentlemen, we'll do the coin toss tonight to see how the game starts.
They are super loud.
And the coin
hey everybody, Matthew Omican here for the Hornets Nest, alongside with my friend Steve Akanek for Sports on Focus. Steven, how are you doing today?
Fantastic, just glad to be out for football.
Okay, got it. So you called it.
Hold on, we're going to play around.
Tails?
Yeah, we got some sound issues on the field. There we go.
I think I got it.
Yeah, that's all.
I think I got it right here. But hey, Steven, you were screaming out before like it's football. Here we are with the first home game of the season for the Colby Hornets, and it's gonna be a great one here. Non-conference matchup, but these are old Clover Belt rivals with Spencer Columbus Rockets taking on the Colby Hornets in Colby, Wisconsin.
You know, and a game that's going to be a conference game starting next year with Colby jumping into the Central Wisconsin Large.
And then, yeah, we'll be in the large, and they're staying in the small, correct?
Nope, they're in the large too.
Oh, man. So we're all going to be one big happy family trying to avoid Amherst and Stratford.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, so what's going to be interesting about this matchup here tonight is that we're going to see another showcasing of this super dominating Hornet defense that Neillsville really struggled against the run. They only netted 6 yards total against the Hornets here. But the one Achilles heel that Colby had was when Neillsville had to take to the air because they just couldn't move it on the ground. All of a sudden, they were charging up and down the field. But Colby would bend, but they would not break. And they kept that a low-scoring affair, chalking up their first victory of the season. But that's going to be interesting to see how star quarterback here, Timler, for the Rockets, can take advantage of that Hornet defense.
And, you know, Spencer's been a team that's always run a lot. You know, going back to the state championship teams, there's always a running team under Coach Gores. See if maybe they go to the air a little bit more here, knowing what happened with Neillsville. But you look last week, they ran 13 times for 30 yards against St. Croix Central. And
that was a really tough game for them.
It was. I mean, they did, and they were 9 of 12 for 31 yards passing. So, I mean, the passing was there a bit, but they just was a lot of short stuff. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out with the Rockets tonight. And then also on the other side, the Colby offense, I mean, you know, some mistakes last week talking with some of the assistant coaches that they're looking to clean up this week. But, you know, you can kind of make those mistakes against the Neillsville or with kind of how Spencer's kind of been on this low point, but you got Iowa Scandinavia coming to town next week, and you can't make those mistakes then.
I know. The season is short, and the next game is even shorter. So, like, you gotta be able to respond. Absolutely. So, and that's gonna be the next thing. Like, you know, as a Hornet fan, what I want to watch is I'd like to see how Tate Smith is gonna do in the pocket. I know that kid is a downhill runner, and he's great with the defense, but I'd really like to see, like, he's got that big arm. Really like to see him connect with more receivers.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see. I have a feeling Coach Hagan might leave the starter. If this game does get out of hand, Coach Hagan might leave the starters in a little longer than normal, give them a little bit extra time and get things ready, because there aren't too many easy games the rest of the year for Colby.
Yeah.
I mean,
you ain't kidding.
You know,
we got ourselves we're going to have ourselves quite the schedule ahead of this game. But, you know, that's the thing is that any coach will say that, but Coach Hagan says it a lot. You can't look at the next game. You got to focus on the one at hand, and that's one that we have facing us right now. Is we got old Clover Belt rivals, where we got the CWC Small facing off against the Merriwood, with the Colby Hornets taking on Spencer Columbus Rockets here in Colby. And you know what else? We're going to be starting up Parents Night, and I'm going to jump off, and I'm going to start on that right now. So, Steven, it's all yours.
So, yep, we're going to actually, in fact, we might jump in with that as well. Looks like they're getting all lined up for Parents Night, so we're going to flip it over back to Matt on the PA microphone for that, and we'll be back with some thoughts right after that.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is a special night because it's Parents Night. Tonight we recognize the individuals that were these student athletes' first and biggest cheerleaders. So, tonight, let's meet those special people. Number 1, Lucas Hanula, alongside Mallory and Chris Hanula. Yeah, you can clap, everybody. Number 2, Isaac Carrera, alongside Tabitha Potavels and Ismael Carrera. Number 3 and number 27, Tate and Nash Smith, along with their parents, Courtney and Dave Smith. Number 7, Ezra Leaders, along with Jessica and Nathan Leaders. Number 8, Hayden Kaiser, alongside Megan and Chris Kaiser. Number 11, Devin Meyer, along with Kelly Meyer and Brian Hensler, and Dennis and Jess Meyer. Number 20, Brody Vigut, along with Nick Vigut and Liz and Scott Baumgartner. Number 22, Tanner Halupka, along with Colleen and Terry Halupka. Number 25, Brennan Geiger, alongside Tanya and Doug Geiger. Number 28, Will Hennis, alongside Aaron and Dave Hennis. Number 29, Braden Johnson, alongside Wendy Johnson. Number 30, Gavin Voss, alongside Sarah and Darren Voss. Number 31, Colton Orth, alongside his folks, Tara and Craig Orth. Number 32, Ivan Hamer, alongside Renee Carterell and Elvis Hamer. Number 33, Oliver Steen, alongside Sarah and Shane Steen. Number 50, Colt Reynolds, along with Katie and Jordan Reynolds. Number 53, Griffin Penry, along with Samantha and Jason Penry. Number 57, Jacob Hoppy, along with Sheila Pinter and Seth Pinter. Number 58 and 59, Jorge and Jose Zamora, alongside Anayela Ingracia and Oscar Zamora Ingracia. Number 60, Hector Lopez, alongside Celica Hernandez and Adrian Lopez. Sorry, the ink ran a little bit there. Number 61, Moises Fuentes, alongside Leonor and Rodolfo Fuentes. Number 64 and 79, Luis and Ricky Nava Rojas, along with Juana Rojas and Gerardo Nava. Number 65, Tristan Smazel, alongside April and Rod Smazel. Number 66, Owen Hansen, alongside Casey and Charlie Dewar. Oh, there's an excited fan over here. 67, Hunter Reynolds, alongside Jenny and Josh Reynolds. Number 70, Aiden Burt, along with Deanna and Lyle Burt. Number 71, Braxton Meyer, alongside Cassie and Dan Meyer. Number 72, Paige Swacker, along with Candy McBride and Peyton Swacker. Number 74, Rafe Moot, along with Barb and Dave Moot. Munt, not Moot, Munt. Number 75, Cooper Clementson, along with Laura and Eric Clementson. Number 76, Arturo Lopez, along with Diana Garcia and Oscar Lopez. Number 78, Angel Chavez Ramirez with Erica Ramirez. Number 80, Hayden Leparski, along with Trisha and Mike Leparski. Number 85, Frankie Castro, along with Lucarelli Castro Hernandez. Number 87, Tucker Hayes, along with Jackie and Sam Hayes. All right, folks, that's not it, though. But you know what? Before we move on to the last part, let's hear a big round of applause for the folks, the parents, guardians, the great people staying alongside these athletes. Let's hear it. And now, the last part of my page, we want to introduce the heroes of the sideline. As the boys battle on the gridiron, they continue the fight on the sidelines to make sure these boys do not get thirsty, that they have enough water to keep fighting through all four quarters. So here they are, the heroes of hydration, your thirst responders, the water warriors, your water boys. Bentley Brooks Smazel, along with their parents Melissa and Coach Robbie Smazel. Jeremiah O'McKinn, along with Maddie. And finally, here's your last water boy, Caden Coonsey, alongside Melissa and Nick Coonsey. And there you have it. These are the people behind the scenes that help these young athletes balance home, work, and school in their lives, and they do it with lots of love. Give them a round, hearty applause for all these great people out here.
Love Parents Night. Want to give a big thank you to all the parents that make our job possible, that allow us to see their kids play football. Matt will be joining us here in just a few minutes, but looking through, Spencer Columbus will have the ball first. So they will get our first look at the Spencer Columbus offense for the year. But we've got about 10 minutes to kick off. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with starting lineups in just a moment.
Winter Insurance of Northern Wisconsin is your qualified, experienced team for custom insurance packages for your vehicle, your home, and your family. At Clinner Insurance, protecting your family is our top priority.
Clinner Insurance.
Welcome back. Well, go through our upcoming schedule. We are taking the weekend off, and then we are back on the air on Monday. Some JV football from Medford, and then we are back here at Colby on Tuesday. The Colby Hornets will be taking on the Stratford Tigers in a home volleyball opener. That will be a 7 o'clock start. We'll have varsity only. We'll also have highlights from the Loyal cross country meet starting at 4. We'll have those highlights for you that on Wednesday as well. Then more volleyball for you on Thursday. We will be in Medford. The Lakeland Thunderbirds coming to town to take on the Medford Raiders. That will be JV at 5:30, varsity at 7, and then we will be right back here in Colby on Friday night. First of two Merriwood Central Wisconsin small crossover games as the Iola Scandinavia Thunderbirds will come into town to take on the wrong town, Colby Hornets. Oh, I blame the heat. But we're taking down the final few seconds here. But yeah, we'll have that, and then we will take the week off with Loyal. We will not be going to Loyal with Colby, and then the rest of the season we will be here. Edgar at Auburndale, home to Marathon, at Pittsville, at Abbotsford, all of them. We're going to go right down through at Auburndale. I mean, we're going to have all those games for you coming up the rest of the year. So, and then the full playoff run, as we are excited to see the revised Colby Hornets But we are taking down the final few seconds. We're going to turn it over to Matt Omican on the PA mic for the national anthem and starting lineups. We'll be back with a call in just a few minutes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Colby Hornet Field here in Colby, Wisconsin, home of Wisconsin's original Chiefs and your Colby Hornets. At this time, we ask you to focus your gaze to the flag by the scoreboard, and please rise if you are able. Remove your hats and place your hand over your heart as we honor America and those defending our freedom with the playing of our national anthem. Here we go. Welcome once again for tonight's non-conference Friday night football matchup between the Spencer Columbus Rockets as they face your Colby Hornets. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Rockets. As a symbol of unity, the Spencer Columbus football team has chosen to be introduced not as individuals, but rather as a team. Together, Rockets strong, here are your 2023 Spencer Columbus Rockets! Let's hear you, Colby fans! Starting on offense, number 3, Tay Smith. Number 20, Brody Vigu. Number 30, Gavin Voss. Number 32, Ivan Hamer. Number 61, Moises Fuentes. Number 64, Luis Navarrojas. Number 67, Hunter Reynolds. Number 71, Braxton Meyer. Number 72, Cage Swacker. Number 80, Caden Kleparski. And number 85 in your programs, Frankie Castro. And your head coach, Jim Hagan, assisted by Robbie Smazel, Logan Rosemeyer, Jimmy Flake, Mike Sazma, and Henry Sanchez.
All right, national anthem starting lineup in the books. Matt getting himself set. We are ready for football.
Steve's like, Matt, are you ready yet? Yep, and here we are. Well, we're juggling a lot here. We got an interim spotter next to me. We don't have the famous Wade Omican tonight. He's over at Stout for a scrimmage for volleyball, or an invitational, I think they call it. So he's getting that volleyball squad ready for the season. But speaking of Colby Hornets, here we got a fine ball game right in front of us here with Colby football taking on the Spencer Rockets. Getting underway to kick off, and the Hornets are going to be kicking it off to Spencer with, let's get our spotter going here. You have the tiniest binoculars, Roman. I want our back receivers, and who's kicking off? Steven's already looking at you with disappointed eyes over here. So Burkhauser and Beslick back to receive the kickoff, who's going to be under the foot of Mr. Castro. And Steven, we're going to be swapping back and forth on play calls right here, starting on to this. But thank you so much for tuning in, everybody, for Sports on Focus, your #1 live link for all high school athletics as we get this underway. Castro keeping his hands up, making sure that everything is strapped up nice and tight. And there is your kickoff. Hornet football and Spencer football underway here under the Friday night lights. And Burkhauser just doesn't find any kind of room. It looks like it was taken down by Brennan Geiger for the opening kickoff. Burkhauser with the kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, had some room there, but just could not quite find that opening. As I fix a small problem here. There we go.
What's that?
Something crashed on me, but we're good now.
Well, we're back up and running, folks. That's Timler back in the shotgun formation. Handoff is going to go up the middle to Mason Wolf, and there's that stingy Hornet defense. Not much going. He's actually going to lose about a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 11 for the Rockets.
You know, kind of that standard fullback give we've seen from Spencer for a number of years, and
Mason Wolf on the
just
carry.
fell a little bit, just a bit of penetration there. Didn't see who it was for Colby, but that will be no gain. They end up marking it.
Oh, there I go again, just assuming things.
It's tough to tell without the hash marks. I mean, spent a lot of time on turf the last few days with the hash marks.
There you go. Same formation as the last play. 5 goes in motion, and it's going to go to him, and so will Voss. Sniffs out that play, and a big loss right there. A loss of about 2 or 3 yards, bringing up a long 3rd and down for the Rockets.
Yeah, Beslet, he got the hand on kind of coming across there, but again, penetration from that Spencer defense. Just right, or from the Colby defense right there. Loss of 3 on the play, and it's 3rd and 13.
Steven does an excellent job being able to just be able to do that quick math in his head and looking at the lines.
The app helps me a lot.
Yeah. He's got a man in motion. Timler going to backdrop to pass, and he finds his receiver, and that is Beslick, and he brings it down, but not going to be enough. Gets it across the line of scrimmage at least, but that's going to be a 4th down for the Rockets. Not going to be enough, and it looks like they're going to be punting.
Yeah, that was just it was a good pass play, and it's one you're kind of looking for some blocking downfield, but it never developed. So that really, I mean, if you get a little bit of blocking down there, that gets you opened up a little bit, but.
Kleparski back to receive. Wow, a motion for the punt, and wow, that looked kind of like a fake, but looks like they were just trying to place it just in the right spot, and dead center there at, looks like about on the 35-yard line, wouldn't you say, Steven? Or
it looks like that's right about where they're going to mark it, 30, I'd say the 37. You know, that rugby-style punt, you're seeing more and more of that.
On the other side of the 35-yard line, that's going to bring
up
your Hornet
gives you that option to
Colby.
maybe run a fake if the defense doesn't spread out there, or you kick it away. That rugby style kick, you're seeing more and more of that, especially college and high school level.
For sure, for sure.
So
Oh, I thought they had some early whistles going, but I guess not. So here's Tate Smith. Under center, he's got 2 running backs behind him, Voss and Hamer. Hamer gets the carry, springs loose, stiff arms, can't get past number 10, but he bursts on the other side of the field. Big gain for the first play for the Hornets. First down, Colby.
and one play to get into Spencer territory. That gets all the way down to the 47.
And that's going to be a first down, Colby.
So nice big gain there of 16
Brought
yards.
down by number 10, Devlin Tindler.
Good blocking up there, sprung him loose, and he just put on the Jets. Smith is going to be in the shotgun formation. He's got 3 wideouts, and he's got Voss in the backfield, and that's who the ball is going to go to. Sheds 2 tacklers and drags 2 Rockets along with him for a hard-fought gain of about 5 or 6 yard line, just short of the 40, well short of the 40-yard line. Second down.
But again, you know, you saw that Spencer had penetration. They just couldn't get a clean grip. So that sets up that 2nd and 5.
Brought down by Brody Casperson.
As we get everything working again. Just haven't, it's on my end. I'm just a little slow on the scoreboard.
Steven, what's going on?
I haven't run scoreboard in a long time.
Oh, dear. Tight formation for the Hornets. It's really bunched together here. And Voss is going to go right up the gut. Tries to get past the nose guard, but no big gain right there, but it's enough for a yard or 2. Third down on the 40-yard line for the Hornets on their opening drive.
You know, just a
With
good,
Mason Wolf on the stop.
you know, just a good dive play. Nothing too fancy.
Voss up the gut, gets it to the
Got a
40-yard
few and
line.
sets up a
Rocked
manageable
by
3rd and
Mason
3.
Wolf, bringing up 3rd down and short for the Hornets.
And you know, that's what you want if you're Colby. You want to stay on schedule.
Absolutely. Another tight formation here. He's got Voss and Hamer in the backfield. Vigut off to the side. It goes to Hamer. Sidestep. Springs loose. Putting on the Jets. Tries to cup it up back in the middle and brought down by 3 Rockets right at the 10-yard line. Big gain for the Hornets. First down, Colby.
That was just, again, it was Hamer stiff arm getting himself into space,
Hamer gets
and
some running
he
room
will
from
be
the
just short of the
Voss and
10.
takes
We'll
from
mark it
there
at the
all the way
12.
to the 10-yard line. First down, Colby.
So a chance for Colby to get another first down here before they get into the end zone. But that was just that was big running by Hamer, but again, blocking up front, that's going to be always going to be a huge part of this. And that double wing.
And it's going to be a handoff to Voss over on the right-hand side. Cuts it up the middle and fights for that goal line. Hey, wow, he's going to be brought down just short of the goal line. That's going to be 1st and goal for the Hornets. Big gain by Voss.
Yeah,
Voss
that's.
on the carry and fights for that
You look
goal
at
line,
it quickly
but
here.
brought
Hamer,
down by
Ivan Hamer,
Mason
2 carries,
Wolf. Bring up
44 yards.
first and
Gavin
goal
Voss,
for
3
the
carries,
Hornets.
18 yards in the drive. We haven't even seen Tate Smith even think about passing yet.
Well, you know what? If you're rolling like this, you don't try to fix something that isn't broken, right? You might as well just keep pounding the ball. So another tight formation, Voss and Hamer in the backfield. Call goes to Voss, and it's going to be a touchdown, Colby. No, sorry, handoff to Hamer, fights for the end zone. Touchdown, Colby.
So a little misdirection there, gets the
Hamer
touchdown.
with the handoff,
Colby
crosses the
on the
goal line.
board.
Touchdown, Colby.
And exactly the kind of play you would want. 6 plays, 63 yards for the drive for Colby. And not something we've seen that much recently. Colby going for 2.
Smith surveys, sends a man in motion. It's going to be Vigu, cuts it back in the middle, cartwheels over a defender, and the 2-point conversion is good. Mark it 2, dude. 7 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. The Hornets strike first with 8. Spencer Rockets, 0.
Well, Colby is just in the Wojcik Plumbing and Heating red zone. Is your heating system putting you in the red? Check out what Wojcik Plumbing and Heating and Carrier can do for you. Give them a call, 715-748-4422 to find out more. Little drive summary, 6 plays, 63 yards. Ivan Hamer, the 1-yard touchdown run, 2-point conversion from, I can't remember who ran the 2-in. Vigut on the 2-point conversion, and Colby on the board first. And we will again see Castro kicking off.
Castro getting set to kick it off.
But this has been exactly the kind of start you'd want if you were the Colby Hornets.
Yeah, you indicating just first possession, drive it right down, which they didn't have that against Neilsville. They kind of got a little frustrated where it's like, wait, this doesn't seem right. And Neilsville scored right on the next possession, but not on this time. Castro with the boot, and it's going to pooch right just short of the 35-yard line and brought to a stop immediately. It looks like number 87.
So, yeah,
Teddy Meyer fielding the kickoff.
getting some things caught up
on
here.
the stop. That's going to bring out the Rocket offense. 1st and 10, Spencer Columbus.
But yeah, that was a big drive there as at the 34.
But you know, Mason Wolf, wow, was he just running around all over the place. That guy is on offense. He's playing line. Dude's big. Shotgun formation for the Rockets. Sends a man in motion, and he's going to get it. Trying to find some wiggle room up the middle, but Nava Rojas says, can't go up this way, buddy. 2nd down.
Loss of 4 on the play there.
Beslick on the
Back
carry,
to the
tries to get into
31, and
interior
again,
of that Hornet defense, but
The defense for Colby is just,
with
they're
the
running
stop.
right to where
2nd down.
Timler is trying. It looked like they almost beat Beslick to the ball. I mean, that was just good front 4 defense there from the Hornets.
You know, and that was a thing that was questioned about coming into the season. Will we have enough bodies on the line? But so far it's been working out. Here's a quick pitch. Great spin move. Avoids one tackler, but not the rest of them. Was Teddy Meyer trying to find some wiggle room. And brought to a stop. Looks like Hlupka on the stop along with his buddy Hayden Kaiser.
And that ends up, all of that gets it back to the original line of
Teddy
scrimmage.
Meyer on the carry.
Technically counts as a pass. It was a forward
Smith
toss, so
on
that
the
counts
stop.
as a pass.
3rd down.
So Timler 2 of 2 for 6 yards.
You think you go back to that passing game early, right?
I mean, at some point I think Spencer might give it a try. But
Timler with, actually, who's Timler along with there?
can't see the number on my
Yeah,
side.
numbers are kind of small. It's hard to see. No, that's Timler. Pushes it down to, oh my goodness. Is that a number 10 or what number am I seeing out there? Well, that's number 16 with Mason Wolf. Gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Actually a loss gain on the play. 4th down and forever for the Rockets.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 19.
Big stop for
And
the
again,
Hornets, bring
just
a
good
4th and
read
long
there
for
from
the Rockets.
the Colby defense, blowing up that screen pass, not biting on the release that they got from the offensive lineman.
Timler back to punt, and Rugby styles it, pushes it towards the sideline, goes off a Hornet, and the ball is still loose, but it looks like it bounced off of number 29, but it gets
29
recovered by 29 again.
Oh.
Braden Johnson, and it's going to stay in Hornet possession, correct?
Oh, maybe not. There's a flag on the play back near where it was kicked. So hold it.
Flag on the play.
I think looking here, it's holding on Spencer. So we'll see if. Yep, I think they're gonna. Yep, they're gonna take it. So that is gonna now be 4th and 29.
Prior to the kick, holding number 68 on the kicking team.
And the "you can't do that's" breakout. But that's going to set up 4th and 29 as Matt's trying to fix the official's microphone.
Well, the official, normally you can't hear the official, but not today. Kleparski back to receive for the Hornets with Timler set to punt. This is going to be excellent field position for the Hornets, no matter how this punt goes. There's a delay. There's another high punt. Kleparski fields it at the 40, dead on.
That was exactly what you want to do there. You got, that ball was going to roll for a while, but takes the,
That's going to bring out the Hornet offense. First down, Colby.
and that's going to be at the 40, so that is going to really set Colby up in very good field position as they get their second possession of the game. And you look negative 16 yards of offense for
Oh my gosh.
Spencer here so far.
Speaking of offense, here comes Colby. Misdirection. Vigut up the gut. Gets a couple of key blocks and finally dragged down. Looks like by Ehlert, number 7, and that's going to be just short of the first down marker by a few yards. Second down for the Hornets.
Yeah, gain of 8 there, down to the 32.
Vigut on the carry.
And that was just a pure counter, and you saw Spencer biting on the handoffs that they've had to do to try and stop the initial run. Colby able to use that to their advantage and run that counter back the other direction and catch Spencer leaning a little bit.
That is a totally lethal play. It's executed great by the offensive line. That's the only way that play works out. Next up is Hamer. It gets dragged down behind line of scrimmage, a rare sight. Hamer usually can snake away from those, but not away from big number 54, Matthew Latham. Bring up third down.
Yeah, that's going to be a loss of a couple.
Hamer on the
And
carry,
there
but
was just the
dragged down by
penetration. Similar to what we saw
Matthew
Spencer
Latham.
do,
Bring up third
or Colby
down
do to
for the
Spencer,
Hornets.
is getting in, disrupting the play, and right there, Spencer able to do it back to Colby.
Absolutely. Here we go. Third down, 5-ish to go. Handoff. Hamer up the gut. Switches it to the sideline. He sprints, and he got nothing but daylight into the end zone. Touchdown, Colby.
And that was just purely a lack of attack there at the point of attack. And Hamer, once he turned that corner, there was nobody that was going to catch him. Colby on the board again. So 14-0 Colby, 3:30 remaining here in the first quarter. And I think if you're Colby, you're also looking now maybe just to try and get out to a lead here, as Smith will under center for the 2-point conversion. Snap, he's going to fake the give, he's going to look to throw, he's got Hamer wide open.
And there it is. We've been waiting all season for that, folks. Pass completed to Hamer. 2-point conversion, good. Take it away, Steven.
16-0 as Colby makes another visit to the Wojcik Plumbing and Heating Red Zone. Is your heating system putting you in the red? Check out what Wojcik Plumbing and Heating and Carrier can do for you. Give them a call, 715-748-4422 to find out more. We're going to step aside for just a moment. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new Express Lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes. No appointment necessary. See you soon.
All right, welcome back.
Man, that pass was a thing of beauty. I'd love to see that more.
And it's one of those plays that I think Colby's going to run more and more as maybe they get more comfortable with Tate Smith throwing. But I think when you're Coach Hagan and you've got the horses you have behind him and you don't need him to throw, you're not going to take those chances.
That's a great point. Castro running out there trying to get his kickoff tee with Burkhauser and Bestlick back to receive for Columbus. Let's see if Spencer Columbus can get a drive going here and get on the scoreboard. Castro with a big boot right there. Fielded at the 20 is Burkhauser, and he gets swatted down finally after he reaches the 35-yard line. And that'll bring out the Rocket offense. First and 10, Spencer Columbus.
Yeah, that was a good kick coverage. I mean, you outkicked your coverage just a little bit there, but able to recover, giving up just that 15-yard return. And Spencer again battling from behind the sticks just a little bit here. Not the worst field position, but not great either.
That's exactly right. You know, you're a good 20 yards away from any kind of good real estate, but you know what? It's better than being back by the 20. It's going to be a swing on the outside, and that's number 8, Teddy Meyer. Just can't find enough daylight to just turn her upfield and gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Just barely. 2nd down and 10 for the Rockets.
And that, again, it's that little forward toss that counts as a pass. Oh, they've run that a lot. And that, I think that kind of explains where you're looking at the statistics where Spencer threw the ball a lot, but they didn't have many yards. I think it's because they're doing these little forward tosses like this on these jet sweeps. Advantage is if you don't get it cleanly, it's an incomplete pass and not a fumble.
Oh, is that why? So. Here comes 2nd down. Shotgun formation, and there's a little bit of movement, and a flag goes flying.
I think it's going to. I think that's going to be a stutter step on number 8. And I can't.
A stutter step?
Teddy Meyer kind of stuttered. Now the two officials talking about it. I'm not sure it's going to. Nope, they're going to wave it off. It wasn't illegal. So the flag gets waved off. I didn't think it should have been called. You can kind of stutter there a little bit, but he almost slipped. Well, no, it's the offensive player, but he was in motion, but he slipped.
Oh,
I think that stutter step caught the official on that far side out. So we redo it.
Timler with a ring back in the backfield. Got a man in motion. Rolls out for a pass. Got a man open and goes right through his hands. A pass intended for number 5, Bass, like it just through his fingers, but that would have been a great gain for the Rockets. Incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
And they're, trying to find something offensively there. They had him open, but if he gets that cleanly, he probably gets the 1st down. He had a little bit of open real estate in front of him, but that's sometimes.
That would have been his 1st down right there, yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes, you know what happens? You think about that turn and run a little bit before it actually secure that football.
Especially against a defense that flies around this fast, but, that goes to show, like, that Rockets, they could try to exploit this passing game a little bit more. Big 3rd down right here again. Same formation, no motion this time. Timler rolls out to his right. Downfield! Over the head of Logan Ahlert. And a pass goes incomplete with Castro and number 8, Hayden Kaiser on the coverage. 4th down.
And that one, I think, just sailed on him a little bit.
Pass intended for number 7, Logan.
That's another one. If he catches it, he has the 1st down. But that's going to set up a 4th and 10, and I imagine we'll see the punting team out here again for Spencer. Yep, looks like they're in punt formation.
Spencer punting again in their own territory again. Line drive, punt. Runs into Kleparski, makes 2 people miss. A 3rd. He's got a few blockers. See if he can turn up field a little bit more. Finally shoved out of bounds at around the 40-yard line. What looked like he was going to get stopped right away turns it into a great return into the, what is that? Our territory.
Yeah, down to the 35 of Spencer. That was a nice return.
Great return by Kleparski and finally shoved out of bounds by Teddy Meyer, bringing out the Hornet offense. 1st down, Colby.
Getting everything in here to the other 35. That was a return. 35. I'm trying to do the math in my head here, and I'm failing at it. 41. So that is my bad.
Steven, kind of like me, is doing multitasks upon multitasks. But we make it happen. Hamer in the backfield, and it goes to Hamer up the gut. Bounces it to his left side and drags along number 26, it looks like in your programs. Finally brought to a stop, but not before he gets himself a great gain, just short of the 1st down marker.
Gets
a small 2nd down for the Hornets.
Gets about 9
9.5 on that one.
Hamer on the carry
And gets that one right down to the 32. And again, just pure power from this Colby Hornet offense.
That offensive line is getting great push. Second down and short, man in motion. And it's going to go to Vigut. Got a couple of blockers that fell behind him, but he's making it go. Snakes his way to the 20-yard line. And that's where he's going to stop. Brought to a stop, looks like, by Logan Ehlert.
Yeah, they're going to mark him a little bit short of the 20. He stepped out at about the 22.
Vigut on the carry, and they'll move the chain gang. First down, Colby.
That was, again, just a good run.
Down by Logan Ehlert.
And we're going to have a helmet issue, it looks like. But, yeah, again, that was just a pure, off-the-wing power run. And, I mean, I don't think Colby's going to get this most of the season. Obviously, when you get to the Edgars and the stuff like that, it's going to have to get a little more creative. But here where you're able to use it, I would just keep running it.
Yeah, exactly. If you got something good cooking, then you got to serve it up. I don't even know what that means. Here we go. Voss goes in motion, handoff up the middle to Hamer and makes a couple of guys miss, and he just puts his head down and finally drags the defender along with him.
Flag on the play.
And there's going to be a flag down. Hamer on the carry.
So we'll see what that is. It's in the area of holding. Could be a face mask too as they came through. And it's going to be the face mask on Spencer, so that's going to give a first down. So we'll get the run to the, I'm going to see how they mark this here. So they will not get the run. We'll get the penalty, the face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, 15
And
yards.
that will mark it down
First down.
to the, oh, they do give him the run. So they'll give Vigut the run.
You heard the man, and that's where the Hornet offense is going to.
So he will get that down to
First
the
down, Colby.
12. And then they will give him the penalty to the, we'll call that the 8.
Smith under center, and he's got Voss and Hamer in the backfield. Vigut off to the right. Voss up the gut, gets met by number 89 and finally driven back. Not enough push right there for the Hornet run game, and that'll bring up second down. Looks like they gained about a half, 1 yard on the play.
Yeah, they'll get that down to about the 5.
Voss up the gut.
So that will be a gain of 1. Second and goal. As time ticks down here in the first quarter, I think you want to get one more here if you're Colby, if you can, before time runs out.
You think so?
I think so. 24-0 at the end of the first quarter looks a lot better on the scoreboard, I think.
Hamer up the gut, spin move, try, puts his helmet down and takes some rockets with him. Touchdown, Colby.
And that was all on Ivan Hamer. He spun out of a tackle, he broke a tackle, got into the end zone, and another Colby touchdown, 22-0. As, again, Colby in the Wojcik Plumbing and Heating red zone is your heating and plumbing heating system, putting you in the red. Check out what Wojcik Plumbing and Heating can do for you. Give them a call at 715-748-4422 to find out more.
Hornets going to go for 2, and why not? Vigut goes in motion, gets the handoff, races to the corner end zone. Too easy. 2-point conversion is good. Out races Logan Ehlert, and that's going to put up 2 more points on the scoreboard.
And yeah, that's going to make it 24-0. We're going to step aside for just a moment. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
With 100 years of working experience, the team at Century 21 Dairyland Realty are ready to help you. Whether you're looking for a new home, recreation land, or a place to start your new business, the team at Century 21 Dairyland Realty are ready to help you. Stop into either of their convenient locations on West Broadway Avenue in Medford or North 4th Street in Abbotsford, or find them online at c21dairyland.com to find out more. Century 21 Dairyland Realty, a proud supporter of local athletics.
Drive summary for Colby. 6 plays, 41 yards. They get the score on the touchdown run by Ivan Hamer. 5-yard run. And 24-0 Colby. 33 seconds left here in the first quarter. Make sure to stick around at halftime. We'll bring all the festivities to you. We've got a blow-up costume race. We've got the cheese toss. We've got, I think Forward Bank is here for their toss. I think that's tonight, isn't it? I think so too. So a ton of stuff going on at halftime. Plus we'll talk stats and give you some thoughts going into the second half as the kickoff is going to take a bounce, be picked up back at about the 15, get it out to the 25 and get planted there.
Big smash right there by Holupka, who's only playing defense this year, and you can see why. Absolutely.
That was a good kick, set it up to the 15, got it out to the 25. Good coverage from
Berkhauser returning the kickoff.
Colby Hornets. And that'll set up 1st and 10 for Spencer, and they're going to be looking to get something going here, I think. Even if you don't score here, if you're Spencer, I think you want to get some positive yards, get a first down. More than anything else here, get that first down, get that confidence back up a little bit that you can move the football. But yeah, snap, and they're going to give that one up the middle, just a straight give, pick up a few positive yards.
And that was dragged down by Orth and Holupka, trying to get a few gains yard by Mason Wolf, but gets himself a good burst. Solid second down for the Rockets.
Yeah, and that's, I think, what you want to do if you are the Rockets is just get a couple yards. I mean, you gained 5 there out to the 32. Second and 5. And whistle, and that's going to be the quarter.
And that's the end of the first
1 quarter in the books. 24-0 Colby. We'll be back right after this.
I absolutely feel that Tiger Lily is getting a great education with RVA. She is challenged and she's not bored. She enjoys her classwork.
I love the teachers. The teachers are the best part. My teachers are very friendly and they're easy to reach out to when I need help with the assignments. The teachers are always there when you need help.
What I love about RVA is the flexibility first, but second is that Tiger Lily is so happy with this school, with her teachers, and with what she's learning. It's awesome.
Looking to harness the power of the sun and save on your energy costs? With Marshfield Medical Center Credit Union Solar Loan, you can go solar without the burden of paying interest on the full amount from the start. Here's how it works. Instead of financing everything up front, we disperse loans when requested by your solar installer. If you're waiting on your installer, you won't pay interest during the wait. By taking advantage of this flexible payment option, you could save on unnecessary interest charges. Visit mmccu.com/solar to learn more today.
All right, welcome back. Second quarter, 24-0 Colby, and it has been all Colby offensively.
Just non-stop running machine here for the Hornets, and just having their way with the Rockets here right now. But the Rockets a little bit spunking their step here for the second quarter. Let's see if they can get on that scoreboard.
You know,
Timler in the shotgun formation. Steven, you were saying something. I'm sorry.
Negative 11 yards offense for Spencer Columbus in the first quarter.
Timler drops back to pass, sends one deep and connects. Big gain right there. Makes a connection with Teddy Meyer. And there you go. First down for the Rockets.
And they get into positive territory on the offense mark.
Timler.
But yeah, that was, again, they've almost connected on those a couple times here tonight. And that time they're able to do it. First down for Spencer Columbus in the game. But that's a big one, getting things kind of moving in the right direction.
I hate to say this, but that's the same pass play they've ran over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's been
cut in, then cut out. Sideline, drop it right down. He's got 2 wideouts again. Meyer off to the left. Handoff up the gut. Just nothing going. Push back. Looks like with the initial contact made by Jacob Hoppy, big number 57.
Landon Beschlish on the carry, and he had nowhere to go.
Landon
Back to
Beschlish
about
on
the
carry with number
42.
57, Jacob Hoppy on the stop.
Another 42.
Second down.
So loss of 3. Second and 13.
You got to balance that offense, though, right? Like, you can't just keep screaming out pass play, pass play, can you?
Well, you take such more risk with a pass play, and especially at the high school level where guys aren't necessarily the most always make clean catches, and you tip one up in the air, and that starts causing problems.
Timler talking things over with his running back.
He needs to
Just
get
off
this
to
one
his
off,
right.
and nope, he can't get it off in time.
Flags go flying.
Good ball. Ball start, 55. 5 yards.
So it wasn't the delay of game. They were going to get the delay of game anyway.
You heard our official
So,
WIAA.
yep, the back judge was reaching for his flag when there was the flinch. So the false start will make it 2nd and 18 now. And that, I think, was somebody just jumping the gun to try and not get the delay of game. But I imagine we'll see a pass play here at 2nd and 18.
Baslick off to Timler's left. He's got wideouts on the near sideline. Drops back to pass. He's looking right, far sideline. Throws up a prayer, and it goes incomplete. And there's a flag down. Might be a horse collar play. Steven, maybe you can.
I was looking over towards the receiver. I didn't see it. But, I mean, he had a grip by the jersey. I think that's probably what they're going to call. But we'll see. I mean, he was untouched coming in, so there wasn't much of an option. Now they're going to talk to the other official.
Do you think this is going to be a pass interference?
It wasn't in the area of pass interference, I don't think. That would have come from the side judge.
All right, the flag was for intentional grounding. There was a receiver in the area, so we're going to wave off the play.
Okay.
There you go.
Got the call right in the end. The receiver was there. I mean, let's be honest. Timler was just trying to get rid of that somewhere.
Correct.
Threw it at the feet of one of his receivers. It was actually a really good play by him to not give up the sack.
The sack, potential, like if he lateraled it a little bit more behind the line of scrimmage, perhaps?
I mean,
Fumble?
yeah. I mean, that was very close to being a backwards pass, and that would have been a fumble, and I think Colby would have been in position to take it back the other way.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
So, but that saved them probably about 15 yards.
Spencer sends her wideouts on the far sideline this time. Meyer goes into motion. Timler rolls to his right, fires downfield, trying to get it to Burkhauser, and goes incomplete. Vigud on the coverage.
And that was 100% a coverage incompletion. There was not, or a pressure incompletion. I mean, you had pressure. Timler was being chased out of the pocket right away, and there really wasn't much he could do with that other than give it the toss downfield. So,
but these are the things you gotta gun for. Though, if you're the Rockets, right? You gotta push this ball downfield. If you can't run it, then you gotta try to create some space. Try to get it, bounce it to the outside at least.
I'm waiting for the Rockets to maybe take a chance downfield a little more.
Bomb
see
it?
if they can, just bomb it, see what happens. That one's going to be blocked.
Oh, no, Timler is blocked. Who was on the block? I bet it's the same gentleman that recovered it, and we're trying to see.
87.
That was Tucker Hayes on the block. And it looks like Brennan Geiger along there with him, and the Hornets come up with it in great field position on the block punt.
They have been so close so many times on those, and they finally got there.
Blocked by Tucker Hayes, and ball is recovered by Brennan Geiger, and that's going to bring out the Hornet offense. First down, Colby.
Total dominance right here so far with this Hornet defense.
Yeah, they've been close, and now I think we're going to get a timeout. We are going to get a timeout, Colby. That's
Timeout
interesting.
is-
Nope, Spencer. Spencer
Timeout.
takes the timeout.
Spencer.
We'll step aside just
There
a
you
moment.
go.
We'll be back right after this. As we get ready, busy halftime coming up. We've got the cheese toss. We've got the inflatable suit race. We've got the forward bank $5,000 throw. All sorts of stuff going on tonight. So, and then plus we got to talk stats and stuff at halftime too. So we're going to have to cram all that in pretty quick.
Yep. We'll see if we can fit it all in there. Probably won't, but you know what? We're going to go for it. Hornet offense is set to work again. And they are in great territory right here. Voss pushing his blockers downfield, and he takes care of the rest. Stiff arm, end zone, touchdown, Colby.
That was all Gavin Voss. He was stopped right at the line of scrimmage, spinning out of trouble, breaking tackles, and gets into the end zone. And, 30-0. And they've got a chance to tack 2 more on here.
He actually shoved. It was either number 57 or 67. I think Hunter Reynolds. And then Hunter Reynolds took a couple steps forward and actually blocked another guy.
Oh. It's one of those things when things start going a little wrong for you, things start spiraling a bit, and I think we're seeing a little bit of that here for Spencer Columbus right now.
Absolutely. Handoff, Hamer, up the gut. Why not? End zone, 2-point conversion is good. Colby just racking up the points here before halftime with 32. Rockets 0.
And we're going to take another break. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this.
RVA has helped me learn by giving me more hands-on activities.
I can watch his writing develop. He has confidence to ask questions of his teachers if he doesn't understand. He's composing his own schedule, which is a lot like what a young adult is going to need to learn how to do, and he's learning that at 11.
My favorite part about being in the RVA is all the amazing clubs. I get on some clubs and then I realize that there are so many people like me.
Welcome back. A one-play 30-yard touchdown, all on that one run. Gavin Voss, the 30-yard touchdown run, and it is 32-0. But Colby to kick off here, as Colby didn't even make a trip into the Wojcik Plumbing and Heating red zone that time. Didn't need to. Run it in from 30 yards out.
And here we go, Castro. Wow, that kickoff had a spiral, and it goes out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and that's going to draw a flag penalty on Colby.
Yep, it's going to be. I think they were trying a little pop-up, onside kick, and I think it just didn't quite work the way they wanted it to. So we'll see where they mark it.
You think it was an onside, huh?
Not necessarily an onside, but try and drop it between the lines, see if you can beat it down there.
Kind of like a pooch kick.
Yeah, and if you can beat that down there and recover, it's might as well try something out here.
Makes sense.
So
Hornets are they're ball hungry. They just want that ball back. They're not paying attention to what the score is. Lot of discussion.
Our illegal procedure kicks out of bounds. They'll take it on the 35-yard line, first down.
So 35.
That's a really good microphone.
That is we might have to play around with that one a little bit for him.
That was donated by Tim Carl. He's got himself a construction business, and he did a heck of a job getting the great set right here. Speaking of set, here come the Rockets getting set to see if they can charge this downfield. They had sparks of success on the last drive. Wow, and bursting upfield, Jacob Hoppy takes down Timler for the quarterback sack.
Unblocked. So he just slipped through, and we get a timeout, and I think Spencer's going to take a timeout here and reset. That one goes all the way back to the 28. So another timeout, Spencer. We'll take it with him.
Timeout number 2. And there you go.
And we'll be back right after this.
Are you ready for a faster and easier mortgage process? Tap Lending combines the speed and efficiency of technology and people, and a great local bank. The perfect combination for your mortgage.
Clinner Insurance, we know you want to protect your business. The Clinner Insurance team will help you choose the insurance package and plan that fits you and your business. At Clinner Insurance, protecting your business is our top priority.
Clinner Insurance.
You know what? We got ourselves our first score update.
Hold on just a second. I'm going to verify that. That was from a tweet.
Steven is flabbergasted. But here we go. We got 9 minutes and 45 seconds left. Rockets are going to come out. It's going to be second down and long. They got 9 minutes and 45 seconds worth of clock ahead of them, so plenty of time to see if they can get themselves back into this ball game and get a score on the board. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers on the far sideline. Meyer on the left. Everybody's going to streak downfield. Timler's rolling out to his right, drifts one, tries to complete it to Baslick, and that's going to go incomplete. Looked like that had, what's that? Koparski on the coverage, and it'll go incomplete. Third down.
I did verify it. Huge potential upset in the lacrosse area. The Medford Raiders up on Onalaska 22-6.
Koparski on the coverage, third down.
And
you verified that?
I verified that with the stream from Onalaska. Yeah, 22-6 Medford in the second quarter.
A lot of happy Raider fans right now, especially considering last week.
And considering Onalaska came into the game ranked number 4 in the state in Division 3.
Come on. Really?
Yep.
Oh, man, keep things rolling, Raiders. Our friends to the north in Pleasant, Medford, Wisconsin. Timler looking deep, fires it deep downfield. The pass intended looked like it was going to be for Teddy Meyer, but he's kind of looking around for a flag, but no flag is going to accompany him as that ball sails past the 50. Incomplete, fourth down.
Yeah, there wasn't going to be a flag there because it wasn't. It was just Colby Hornet lost his footing and happened to fall directly in front of Teddy Meyer, and it's one of those tough plays, and that'll be fourth down.
Oh my goodness.
You know, the thing is there, I get Meyer's frustration, the guy falling in front of you and slowing you down, but
it's incidental?
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily anything intentional.
Oh, I think somebody got a hand on that one and takes a hearty bounce just short of the 40-yard line. I would say that 57 or 67.
Nobody got a hand on it. I think he was trying to kick it over the block, and so yeah,
on the punt, and
that was just trying to get that one out of his hands. So that's going to be a 30. We'll mark it at the 37.
First down, Colby.
So a punt of just 11 yards.
Oh, dear. Colby back into great field position once again. They just put so much pressure on the special teams. And Hagen's always been an advocate for that special teams is an intricate part of these ball games. And you could play it right here where Hornets can just march downfield with great ball position. Quick handoff. Voss outside. He's got a wall of blockers ahead of him, but he runs out of blockers instead of runs into defenders. And he's going to be just short, well short of the 30-yard line. Gain of about 4 or 5. Second down.
Yeah, they'll mark him at about the 23.
Voss
no, 33. Get fooled out when you don't have these sidelines a little bit, but you know, a nice little 4-yard run. Exactly what you're looking for there. 2nd and 6.
You know, Hornet fans looking at this would say, like, you know, they're used to like the big 8, 9, maybe 12-yard bursts, but we got a different built team here, and you could, if you're able to crack 4 to 5 yards a carry, those are positive gains.
Yep, and again, just that, right up the middle.
Hamer fights for that first down marker, but it's going to be just short of the first down marker, bringing up third down and short for the Hornets.
Yeah, nice 3rd and 1, and exactly, we talked about it earlier, staying on schedule. And Colby, I don't think, I can go back through, I don't think we've seen a negative play for Colby yet tonight. And if they have, it's only been a yard or 2.
Interesting right there. Timler, though, man, what an Iron Man right there. He is just all over the field on both ends of the ball right here. Smith, Hamer, up the gut. Makes a couple of guys miss, reaches for that 15-yard line. But he's just going to get past the 20 instead, and he's going to move that chain gang. First down, Colby.
Inside the 19 and inside, as we've said a lot today, the Wojcik Plumbing and Heating Red Zone. Is your heating system putting you in the red? Check out what Wojcik Plumbing and Heating Carrier can do for you. Give them a call, 715-748-4422 to find out more.
You always want to find out more. That's why you got to call.
Absolutely, and it may be warm now, but it's going to get cold quick.
Yeah, no kidding. Deep downfield into the end zone. Oh, just overshoots Kleparski. He had him open in the back of the end zone. Looks like with Neiman or Burkhauser on the coverage. Incomplete. Second down.
If he gets that one on target, that's an easy touchdown. Nobody within 5 yards of him. And that's what you're able to do when you've been running it so successfully. All those players are cheating up closer to the line of scrimmage to try and stop the run. And instead, now they're able to be burned going deep the other way.
I'd like to see another pass play again. Tight formation for the Hornets. Hamer in the backfield. Gets Vigut into motion, and it's going to go to Vigut. Tries to scamper, hooks it on the outside, gets shoved out of bounds. Close to the 10-yard marker. It looks like that's where they're going to spot the ball.
Nice 9-yard run, sets up another 3rd and 1.
There you go.
Oh, no, they're going to mark him further back.
Third down and something, right?
Yeah, they're going to mark him back at about the 13. So that's going to set up 3rd and 4. It's always hard to tell on that far sideline where that ball goes out.
Third down, there you go.
Yep, 3rd and 4 now. They go that same formation. Colby fans for a long time that remember back in the old Clover Belt, this looks a lot like some of the stuff Spencer used to run back in the day.
Yeah, no kidding. Don't remind me. Oh, kicks it to the outside. Great move by Hamer. Puts on the Jets, outruns the rest of the defense. Touchdown, Colby.
And that one sold by the offensive line, blocking up the middle, and Hamer just that quick cut there, puts it into the end zone. 38-0. And they will go for the 2 here. And
this is just an amazing, I never would have guessed this. I always write myself a little score predictor, and I thought this was going to be what the final score was. Colby just doing what they wish at this point.
And what they're really doing is it's all that power running, power left, power right. They're really not doing anything too fancy yet.
Quick pass, Kleparski in his hands, and it goes incomplete. Still trying to find that complete pass for Tate Smith, and 2-point conversion is no good. Their first incomplete 2-point conversion of the night, but the Hornets strike again. 7 minutes and 17 seconds remaining here in the first half of ball play. Spencer, 0. Hornets racking up the points, 38.
We'll be back right after this. Drive summary, 6 plays, 37 yards. The 6-yard touchdown, or excuse me, the 13-yard touchdown run from Ivan Hamer. 2-point conversion was no good. So we are in running clock territory when we get to the 3rd quarter.
Basilick fields it at the 20, makes a couple of guys miss, and drags the rest of that Hornet kickoff coverage team to the 40. Oh, just short of the 45-yard line. Big gain there by Baslick.
That was a good return, as you said, out to the 45, and that really sets. That's one of those things too that can be a big boost going into this point here to try and maybe keep that from a running clock. You know, if you're Spencer here, I think your goal is not to have the clock run to start the second half.
Yeah. Probably don't want that.
I mean, and you're going to be kicking off to Colby to start the second half too, so you're going to want to get something positive here and a flag.
Flag goes flying.
Flag on the play. Dead ball. False start on the offense. 5 yards.
So false start on the offense. I think that is going to be
first down.
I think that's going to be on that far side there. The receiver just flinched a little bit.
You know, and he knew it right away, and I think that was big. That was big number 5, Beslick, and he knew it. He's just like, duh, not this. 2 wideouts on the near sideline. Timler alongside with his running back in the backfield. Mason Wolf, to be exact. Haven't heard his name in a while. Maybe we'll hear it here on this next play. Snap, fake handoff, and it's a quick pitch. And that's just not going to go anywhere for Teddy Meyer. Just ran out of blockers and ran into many green jerseys. 3rd down.
I mean, that was exactly what you want to do if you're the defense. That's going to go all the way back to the 33.
Teddy Meyer on the carry.
Another loss, 2nd and 22.
Basically, entire defensive line of the Hornets on the stop.
As we take a quick peek here, offense for the Rockets, -5 yards.
2nd down.
Colby has held Spencer to -5 yards of offense here so far.
How many?
-5. We're really seeing this Colby defense, and what we probably should have seen from them last week too.
Against Neilsville.
Against Neilsville.
You know, Neilsville, I wouldn't slouch on them too much. They got some big dudes. Man, some early rush there by Hamer, and Timler had to get it out of his hands in a hurry, but the pass goes incomplete. It looks like it was pass intended for number 7, Logan, but it goes incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
I think they were trying to set up a bit of a screen there, and they were just trying to get that one out to him, and Hamer blew that up before they had a chance to get it set up. So, and now long 3rd down. We'll see if they try and go to that deep pass, because Beslick had his guy beat, if not for them falling down.
You just got to get it up high enough and just let your guys get a chance at it.
I mean, and Beslick's probably the tallest guy in the field right now, so
I think so.
Just let him go up and get it.
They're going to streak downfield right here. Shotgun formation. There's a snap, draws back to pass. He's looking to his left, but then he looks to his right and sees number 85 in his face. Brought to a stop, 4th down.
And that goes all the way back to the
Timler
22.
Sets
up 4th and 33.
4th down.
And that is just, you saw the defense there just pin their ears back, and they went after him. They knew he was going to have to throw, and he was going to have to wait a minute to throw, so they knew they had some time to get there, and they sent everybody in the kitchen sink.
Here comes special teams for the Rockets. High snap, brings it underway. Big booming punt. That's like a home run, almost in a silo, and dribbles out of bounds. And looks like they're going to spot it on the 50?
Right on the 50.
How about that? There you go, and that's where the Hornets are going to get to work.
Big high punt there by
Yeah,
the
that
Rockets,
was,
and the ball
again,
gets spotted
that
just
probably
around
wasn't
the
wanting to
50-yard
kick it
line.
that
That's where
high,
the
but didn't have
offense
much of a
gonna get to work.
choice there,
First down,
as
Colby.
he had pressure in his face almost immediately. So Colby, 5:26 left. I don't think they're going to be urgent to score, but I think they're going to want to put one more in and give them some cushion on the running clock for the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. You think that they're going to, well, we'll see how this first half turns out to see how much he wants to give this his first team reps here. Up the gut goes Hamer. Finally driven down after he gets himself about 8-yard gain on the play. Uh-oh, and we got ourselves a Hornet
I think
down.
that's Hamer.
Hamer is staying down and is second down.
I'm not sure, but he's reaching for his knee. I think we're going to take a break here and let them tend to him. We'll be back in just a moment. I'm hoping that's just a cramp. I would assume if it was something a little more serious, they would take a little more time with him on the field. So I'm guessing even if it is just a cramp, he's not going to be spending much time on the field the rest of the way. No reason to take any chances with this one.
Yeah, I think let him relax. Tell him he got his good reps in. And just let him relax a little bit. Hamer is like they got great running backs, but Hamer's like option one when it comes to those hard downs.
Yeah. They're not stretching him out, so it might be something a little more serious, but I don't know if there's much we can speculate about till after the game.
Right. And we'll just leave it at that, speculation. Steven, were you with me when I was playing music and then the ref stopped the game and said, no music before the snap?
I don't remember that one.
That was a playoff game. That was like, oh, okay. Handoff goes to Voss, and why not? Breaks a tackle. Run it downfield. Number 7 to beat, and 7 will clip him down. Saves a scoring run there. But Voss bursts up the sidelines. Big gain for the Hornets.
31 yards for Voss on that carry, and sets up that first down, 1st and 10, and there will still be a chance for Colby to get that first down before reaching the end zone. But that was just speed from Voss up the middle. Nobody touched him till he got to the 12, and a bit of a clothesline tackle there to get him.
Yeah, a little bit. Misdirection to Vigut, goes back, cuts back upfield, and how about that? Goes untouched. That's a great play by the Hornets. Into the end zone, touchdown, Colby.
And that was, again, just purely Vigut. He had the opening. You know, the counter play set up an opening a bit. He saw that Spencer was able to come back around pretty quickly, cut it back, and there was nobody behind the play to stop him. Takes it into the end zone, and 44-0 Colby. They will go for 2 again. When you lose your star kicker, you kind of end up having to go for 2.
They got one wide out far to the side. That's Kleparski. But it's going to be a run play up the gut. And Voss going to try to fight for that end zone. And he's still on his feet, and they haven't blown a whistle. Really?
I think he might have ended up in it in the end.
He's close to the line, isn't he?
They haven't given a signal either way yet.
And it's good. Oh, he fights for it. And a 2-point conversion is good.
I am shocked they didn't blow the whistle earlier on that play. He was stopped. Forward progress was stopped, and that ends up there. But we're going to take a break. Colby makes another visit to the Wojcik Plumbing and Heating Red Zone. Is your heating system putting you in the red? Check out what Wojcik Plumbing and Heating and Carrier can do for you. Give them a call, 715-748-4422 to find out more. We'll be back in just a moment.
concession stands.
Another score update for you. 26-6 Edgar over Stratford. So Edgar is going to start the season 0-2.
You're gonna run 50 yards, so you want to start way down there at the numbers.
Check that. I'm wrong. I got my score screwed up. 26-6 Edgar is winning, so they'll start 1-2. Kickoff coming here.
Or the ones right here.
As
Okay, so those
Colby
yellow is
getting
where
it
you wanna
set.
run to.
They will
finish
boot that
line?
one downfield. That one's going to bounce. Picked up at the 20, coming ahead 25 into the 30 and pulled down right at the 30.
Gotcha.
As Matt handling his other
Rockets
duties as well.
Fielding the kickoff close to the 30-yard
So
line.
that will set up
That's where they're going to get there.
first and 10 the
Start
other
on
way.
offense. First and 10 Rockets.
And
So you're going to do a relay? Okay, so do you see where the
I think
costumes
some
are
more
in the
concern
corner?
here as they bring the cart out for Ivan Hamer.
Yes. Okay, so
So Spencer will come out with the offense. 2 wide on the far side. Timler in the backfield. He's got a back next to him. As, yeah, kind of a somber scenes there as they're carting Ivan Hamer from the sideline. So maybe a little more serious than we first thought.
yeah, Meyer in motion. Timler rolls to his right, fires a dart, gets it to Beslick, and it gets shoved out of bounds, and he's going to pick himself up a first down for the Rockets. Rockets on the move.
Yeah, their second first down of the game. It'll get them out
Pass is
to
complete over
the
to Landon Beslick,
42.
and that's going to move the chain game.
Nice
First
little
down,
gain of 12.
Spencer
First
Columbus.
and 10 Spencer.
That is going to
Clock
just
running,
on the outside of the
3:20
40-yard line.
remaining. So Spencer, I think, again, looking to get something on the board. We will have a running clock to start the second half.
Second team defense for the
They've
Hornets
decided
is
to
in the
run
ball
it
game.
now. So I just got word they're actually running it now.
Oh, there you go.
So
Sorry. There you go. Steven already knew.
and a
Flags go
penalty.
flying.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a jump.
Flag on the play.
So
Ball start on the offense.
yep.
5 yards.
And again,
Go
just
first down.
somebody moved a little early there, so that'll set up first and 15 for the Rockets, as
Repeat first down for the
it's
Rockets.
kind of been a 1 step forward, 2 steps back for them so far. But
All right, Steven, we're going to have some halftime antics coming up here, so I'm going to go check on our racers, and I'll be right back, okay?
all right, I will take you the rest of the way here through the half. Clock running, and Spencer, I think they are taking their time here. A little bit of a different formation, 1 wide to the far side. And movement again. Lineman flinched here on the near side, and that's going to be another false start.
Ball start, number 59.
And that will set up
Offense.
first
Go
and
down.
20 as the official gives out the number that he's not supposed to do. So first and 20 now for the Rockets. Clock running. We're under 2 minutes to the half. Coaches have decided to just spin it. I imagine they'll keep the same rules for the second half, at least the third quarter, if they get back under 35. But then if it stays over 35 to the fourth, they just run it. So first and 20 now for the Rockets. On top of that, Brewers lead 2-0. Snap. Timler had a little bit of trouble with it, a little bit of a flare to the outside. Catch is made by Beslick. He's got room to run. He is in the clear, and he will take it himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Spencer. And just like that, the little flare pass to Landon Beslick into the end zone, and Spencer is on the board.
To Beslick for a Spencer touchdown.
So 46-6. That is going to be a 68-yard touchdown pass, and I think we can firmly say that Spencer's in the positives on the yards now. Kind of been something we've been keeping an eye on, but they're going to huddle here. And now they're going to come out And they're going to try and kick the extra point. See who the kicker is here. That is Beslick. So Beslick will kick the extra point from the 10. Snap call is down, kick is up. It is over the top, and they wave it off. Wide left. They didn't signal, but they say it is no good. And so 46-6. We're going to step aside for just a moment. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this. So, what was that? 12. So we do get another score. Abbotsford up on Melrose Mindoro 12-0. Abbotsford looking to go to 2-0. Edgar on pace to go to 1-1. Colby with the lead here. Trying to check around. We'll check at halftime for a few other scores. Pittsville, Auburndale, and Marathon. Auburndale might be done by now. They played Bigfoot, but they started at 6 tonight, with Bigfoot making the trip up after both of Colby's non-conference opponents canceled their seasons. So Colby was not Colby. Oh my God. I blame the Heat. It's all the Heat's fault. Auburndale had both of their non-conference opponents cancel on them, Riblake Prentice and Dominican. So they found Milwaukee Marshall last week and found Bigfoot this week. So some interesting opponents there, as this one will be taken from the 5, ahead 10, 15, cutting back 25 and be swarmed there. Vigu, a good return, but he will get this one out to the 25, but a nice kick.
On return, stop by.
And that will set Colby up 1st and 10 with 44 seconds left.
First down, Colby.
And I think they will just be able to run this clock out.
Hey, get out of here.
So, yep. And yeah, I think Colby's just going to let this clock run out and take it to the half. Final seconds ticking down. Colby with all the scoring right till the end. Spencer Columbus getting a touchdown at the end. Final seconds, it'll be 46-6 as we head to the half. We are going to step aside for just a moment. We will be back with all the halftime festivities and some halftime thoughts right after this.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new express lane, open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes, no appointment necessary. See you soon.
Looking to harness the power of the sun and save on your energy costs? With Marshfield Medical Center Credit Union Solar Loan, you can go solar without the burden of paying interest on the full amount from the start. Here's how it works. Instead of financing everything up front, we disperse loans when requested by your solar installer. If you're waiting on your installer, you won't pay interest during the wait. By taking advantage of this flexible payment option, you could save on unnecessary interest charges. Visit mmccu.com/solar to learn more today.
Fans, are you ready? you came to life. Here we go. On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Toss that cheese. Oh man, look out, the accuracy. Oh my gosh. We got a couple of great bounces right here. Let's see if that with the left hand. Oh my gosh, there's mine. Oh, just outside the hole. Looks like we got a clear winner. Let's hear that number. What's that number? What? Who is it? Hey guy, turn around and give us a wave. That guy, he won. That was a Colby cheese chuck for the Colby Hornet Booster Club. And that $50 is sponsored by Revla Foods. Life is complicated, food doesn't have to be. That is the motto of Revla Foods in Colby, Wisconsin. That food feeds 3 million people every day, including our men and women in the U.S. military, even in outer space at the space station. Courtesy of Revla Foods, benefiting the Colby Hornet Booster Club. And up next, it is time for the Forward Bank $5,000 touchdown throw. As you came out here tonight, you were given a number for that throw, sponsored by Forward Bank Insurance and Investment Services. And they're going to throw this 15-yard touchdown pass. Well, it's into the trash can. Let's see here. Yep. Forward Bank Insurance and Investment Services are proud to support your Colby Hornets. Our thrower, hey thrower, give us a wave. Really? No wave? No, thank you. He's really excited to be out there, folks. Our thrower get 2 attempts from, looks like he's going to toss it from 15 yards out into the 32-gallon barrel. And we hope to see a successful throw. That was attempt 1. Oh my gosh. That was so close. Here comes his second and final attempt for $5,000. And it got quiet, and oh, it was on the right trajectory, but it just fell short. Give him a round of applause. It's not easy to do. Even though the throw was not made, the team at Forward Bank will still be contributing to the Colby Athletic Program a $250 check presented to support the Colby Hornets. Thank you so much for taking part in the $5,000 touchdown throw, and go Colby! All right, now the moment you've been waiting for. It's the inflatable suit race. And what we're going to be doing is, these guys down here are going to be putting a spin on this halftime favorite. It's going to be a relay. So let's meet our relay teams. On Team Cross Country, we got Strepler, along with Carter. So we got the alien teaming up with the bee, as he waits for his suit to get inflated a little bit more. Yeah, well, it's a switch, buddy. Okay, and here's Team Not Cross Country, Jackson and Nano. So they're going to be racing from where you see them standing down there by the yellow lines all the way down to the blue lines, and it's going to be a relay. And yes, 3 of these suits are sponsored by some local, well, Dorchester and Stratford teams, companies, and we'll list them off here after the race. But without further ado, runners, are you ready? Really? Fans, are you ready? Racers, are you ready? On your marks. Get set. Go! It's a tight race right here. The chicken's pulling over. tonight. An excellent finish. Big round of applause for our racers out here. Everybody thinks it looks easy until you try it out yourself. Oh, man. Well, before we talk about the suits, let's talk about what these lucky kids are going to win down here. Smith Brothers Meats is sponsoring prizes.
With 100 years of working experience, the team at Century 21 Dairyland Realty are ready to help you. Whether you're looking for a new home, recreation land, or a place to start your new business, the team at Century 21 Dairyland Realty are ready to help you. Stop into either of their convenient locations on West Broadway Avenue in Medford or North 4th Street in Abbotsford, or find them online at c21dairyland.com to find out more. Century 21 Dairyland Realty, a proud supporter of local athletics.
Looking to harness the power of the sun and save on your energy costs? With Marshfield Medical Center Credit Union Solar Loan, you can go solar without the burden of paying interest on the full amount from the start. Here's how it works. Instead of financing everything up front, we disperse loans when requested by your solar installer. If you're waiting on your installer, you won't pay interest during the wait. By taking advantage of this flexible payment option, you could save on unnecessary interest charges. Visit mmccu.com/solar to learn more today.
Everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new express lane, open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes, no appointment necessary. See you soon.
I splooshed my phone in the road crater? Am I covered or no?
Well, hey Carm, you're never gonna believe this. A sturgeon just hit my Chevy. Am I covered or no?
Interesting. And yes.
Hey bud, I had a couple 30 packs explode in my garage. Am I covered or no?
I've been there before, bud. It's a sad day.
Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, ever eat a brat and drive?
Insurance of Northern Wisconsin is your qualified, experienced team for custom insurance packages for your vehicle, your home, and your family. At Clinner Insurance, protecting your family is our top priority.
Clinner Insurance.
experience in the RVA has been wonderful. The teachers are extremely supportive, and Simon really seems to enjoy it and is making friends, and he's more socially active now than he was in a traditional school.
Something I want other kids to know is that even though it seems like you're not going to make friends, you actually are. I like how the RVA provides an environment that more suited to my needs.
RVA has helped me learn by giving me more hands-on activities.
I can watch his writing develop. He has confidence to ask questions of his teachers if he doesn't understand. He's composing his own schedule, which is a lot like what a young adult is going to need to learn how to do, and he's learning that at 11.
My favorite part about being in the RVA is all the amazing clubs. I get on some clubs and then I realize that there are so many people like me.
Are you ready for a fact?
Hey everybody, thank you so much for sticking with us here in this ball game for Colby's first home game of the season, where we just avoided some sweltering heat with the sun finally going down, and it's a great night for football. No wind, taking on a familiar rival with Spencer Columbus Rockets, and your current score is Hornets up huge, 46-6. Now, Steven, you are really good with numbers. You're always sitting there, and your big thing is just give me a pencil and a piece of paper. So what do you got for stats so far on the game?
We'll start with Spencer Columbus. Devin Timler, 7 of 14, 93 yards and a touchdown.
Wow.
Most of that coming on the 68-yard touchdown pass to Landon Beslick. He caught 3 for 86 in a touchdown. Mason Wolf, 1 catch for -6 yards. Teddy Meyer, 3 for 13 yards. Rushing, Mason Wolf, 2 carries for 5 yards. Landon Beslick, Teddy Meyer, 1 carry for -7. Landon Beslick, 3 carries for -9. And then Devin Timler, 2 for -18 on the 2 times he was sacked in that first half.
Yeah.
So that
a sack counts against the rush or the pass?
In high school and college, the sack counts as a negative rush. So Spencer ends up 64 yards of offense in that first half. 68 of that coming on 1 play.
Unbelievable.
For the Colby Hornets, Tate Smith, 0 for 1. He completed a pass on the 2-point conversion, but in regular play, he's 0 for 1 passing.
Yeah, that was that one to Kleparski, and that was that back of the end zone?
Yep, that
was like a
the back of the end
25-yard bomb. Yeah.
He's 1 of 2 on 2-point conversions throwing the ball. So, but rushing, Ivan Hamer, 11 carries, 125 yards, 4 touchdowns.
112.
125 before he got hurt.
Oh. And we don't have any reports on Ivan Hamer's condition, but keep your fingers crossed.
Yep. Gavin Voss, 6 carries, 83 yards and a touchdown. Brody Vigut, 5 carries, 46 yards and a touchdown. So Colby, total offense, 252 yards of offense all on the ground.
That's just about as much as they gained all game against the Warriors.
Yeah, they've really been able to move the ball, and I think that's something that if you're the Hornets, you're taking into next week, that even without Hamer on the field, you're able to get positive yards. Other guys are able to get yards. You know, if he is out for a period of time, I mean, we don't want to speculate too much, but also for Colby, I think the second half, if you do send the starters out there on that first drive, it'll be interesting to see if they choose to do that. I think maybe you put the ball in the air a little bit, see what you got. You haven't really thrown all that much.
Well, and Colby doesn't have the depth like they had with past teams, specifically when it comes to like offensive linemen. The thing that they have going for them right now, though, is running back. It's a bummer Hamer is out, but that doesn't mean that the Hornets are out. They got a couple of great running backs right behind. You got Voss, you got Vigut. Tate Smith can go downhill if he needed to. That's the one thing that they're really deep on. So it's going to be interesting to see with Voss, Vigut. We'll see who else is going to get a lot of carries here, carrying that extra weight. But, yeah, I mean, it's by far Ivan has been the one that's been getting the big workload. But I'm anxious to see how Vigut can take care of rushing the ball. And Orth, too. Orth rushed a few times in that Neilsville game.
Yeah, so we'll see how they shake that out and how they choose to shake out the roles, too. Because, I mean, Hamer was really the pounded up the middle. He was going to get you the old proverbial 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yeah.
I mean, he was getting a little more than that. He was averaging 11.36 a carry in that first half.
He can sidestep, change direction, and he knows how to flex those hips. He's got such abdominal, right? Gut strength to be able to shed those tacklers and move those hips, you know?
For sure, and that's something you saw him do a lot, that little shuffle sidestep or the little spin and then,
my ankles are hurting.
And then at the same time, the next time down, he just lowers the shoulder, just bulldozes the guy and runs right over us.
Absolutely.
It's a piece you want to have, but I will see how they do here in the second half, if we even see starters. I mean, it's a distinct possibility we don't see much of the starters here.
Which, if people have been following our commentary in the past, they know that I love second team play.
Oh.
You get to see who's deep on the bench.
Yep.
It's so exciting. And all those kids fight extra hard because they want to get a starting position.
Absolutely. And we'll see Beslick here to kick off. He's got a leg on him. Let's see. Comes up and kicks that one deep. It'll be fielded inside the 10 at the 8. That I believe is that Voss. He's going to cut it back, and he just can't quite squirt away. Gets past the first guy fighting along the sideline, and he'll be run down all the way out at the 40. Actually, they're going to mark that he stepped out at the 35. So big return there.
Logan.
See where they finally mark that one.
On the stop.
Actually, they're going to mark him at the 38.
First down, Colby.
So
Smith is still in the game, unless Steve, did you say that already?
No, I did not.
There you go. Smith in the game yet. There's that Nava Rojas, number 64, snapping the ball. He is just a mover. Great blocker. Plays way bigger than his size.
Looks like most of the starters, maybe some backup backs.
And that's going to be Vigo getting the carry up the sideline, scampers, and late hit out of bounds as he gets brought to a stop at the 45-yard line, about a 6-7 yard gain for the Hornets.
Yeah, that's going to be, he got a little bit of a, just be careful there talk from the officials. That one gets out to
Bigood on the carry, number 55.
40.
Helgeset on the stop. Second down for the Hornets.
46. So that will set up a 2nd and 3. And it's not the full starting complement out there. Oh, no, it is.
Tight formation. The Hornets love to run this one. Up the gut, number 25. We got a new running back, and that's Brennan Geiger. And just bringing the defense with. Big play, first down for the Hornets.
And that was, I think Geiger looks like he kind of settles into that Evan Hamer kind of role as that gets all the way across to the 43.
Number 36, Drew Lang on the stop. First
and
down,
another
Colby.
first down for the Hornets, as they really don't even miss a step here.
I forgot to mention about Geiger to you, Steven. Another tight formation with Voss and Geiger in the backfield. Snap up the gut. Voss, say hello to the Columbus defense. Number 54 just blasts up the middle, untouched. Big stop for the Rockets.
Yeah, get just a fraction of an inch, not even enough to call it a gain, so it'll be 2nd and 10. And there, again, just every so often you're going to see that those front guys there for Spencer able to get penetration that time, and they met Voss right as he got the ball. He almost beat him to the ball.
Yeah, no kidding. Who did the handoff go to?
It went to Voss, but just barely.
Did it go to the linebacker?
Pretty close.
No kidding. Same formation they've been running for most of the game. You can see it at home, folks. Smith, rollout, cuts it upfield, fights for those extra downs. There's a flag down and finally dragged to a stop. Looks like by number 56 and 00. Is that right? No, it's not.
See what that, nope, they're going to bring this one back. That's going to be a hold on Colby.
Smith on the carry.
So
I'll get a hold.
The hold
on
on.
10-yard penalty.
That's going to be 10 yards from the spot.
Penalty on Colby.
So that we'll see where they mark it in the end, but it's not going to be.
on the carry with Casperson on the stop.
So that will be, I'm trying to do it, 43. So that should end up at the 57. I say 53, which would be the 47, the 48 on the other side of the field.
The reason I'm laughing, Steven, is Dennis Wyke, when he was still announcing up here and I was playing I was just playing backup and just watching him work, he told me that he would backup announce for Dave MacArthur, who was the basketball coach and athletic director for Colby, and then he would whisper to him like what yard marker it was, and he got him to say ball spotted on the 51-yard line.
There we go. As I get
always good memories from Dennis there. Colby getting back to work. Voss goes in motion. He's going to get it. Far sideline. Cuts it up and drags a few people with. And wow, the ball squirted out.
Ball squirted out, but they're calling him down.
They were down by, his knee was down, and the ball goes squirting out.
So
Second down.
So Voss gets the penalty back out to the 44, just short of where the original line of scrimmage.
Bessling on the stop. Third down.
So it'll be 3rd and 11. So we got 9 of the 10 back.
So if you're Colby right here, do you just do a conservative move and just let's bounce it to the outside and see what kind of yardage we get, or do you try to go for the jugular and you go for a pass play here?
I think you go with a safe pass play, maybe something off to the outside, maybe a little flare pass, but I don't think you take too many chances here.
New I formation right here. Voss looking for some wiggle room. Up the gut, bounces it to the outside. Lowers the shoulder, tries to get that extra yardage, but comes to a stop on the other side of the 40-yard line, and that's going to be a 4th down and, manageable-ish for the Hornets.
Yeah, just a little bit
Voss
short
gets
there.
The carry, tries to fight for that extra yardage, but Teddy Meyer brings him down.
I try and get.
Which will bring up 4th down for the Hornets.
So the Hornets are going to go for it here, Steven.
Yeah, that's going to be. I have a glitch in my system for just a moment here, but.
Under center, snap, rolls
That's
out, tries to do a mixed direction. Oh, bounces loose and fights a big tackle, but can't get around number 16, Mason Wolf. Howling at the moon brings him to a stop, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Here come the Rockets. Big stop for the Rocket defense.
And that is the first time that
Vigo trying to
Spencer has stopped the Colby offense.
And then gets ripped down by Mason Wolf.
But clock
Turnover
running.
on downs. First and 10 Rockets.
So it looks like it's all the starters so far here. Even out for Spencer.
I think they're going to keep the starters out a lot longer to try and get something moving offensively.
Might as well. Timler, direct snap, up the gut. Gets smashed by 71 and 22 by Holupka and Braxton Meyer.
Timler on the carry.
Yeah, that's going
to Braxton Meyer and
get a pickup of about 2.
Second down.
Crowd gives a golf clap to Holupka and Braxton Meyer. We got a great crowd out here tonight, especially on the Spencer side. Good fans following this team. This quarter is going fast.
Yeah, that running clock will get you there.
Yep, I guess. Shotgun formation. Meyer gets it to the far outside. He's got a few blocks. Puts on the Jets. Finally gets roped out of bounds by Vigut, just short of the 50-yard line. And I think that's past the first down marker, if I'm not mistaken.
He's going to be about a yard or 2 short.
Well, he took out the first down holder. Oh, there it is. Yeah, he got wiped out. Third down.
Teddy Meyer taking down the first down marker guy, but gets himself a third down and short for the Rockets. Pushed out of bounds by Vigu.
I try and catch up on a few things I'm having issues with.
They're going to swing it to the outside right here.
I think we'll see him. I think we'll see him be a little conservative here. Get something. You got 2 down territory. I think if you're Spencer at this point, maybe take a shot. Nope.
Goes to the opposite side, just like I said, Steven. But Tate Smith saw it coming too, and just levels Teddy Meyer. And he's going to lose yardage on the run. Spotted at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and that was just a rough. That was just a rough break there. As again, Colby able to read that play perfectly. So that sets up 4th and 5.
45-yard line, bring up 4th down for the Rockets.
You know, you got a great drive going here. You got to go for the home run ball right here.
Nope. I think if you're Spencer, you run Beslick out 6-7 yards, have him turn around, and just wait for the ball.
All right, folks, we're playing a new game here. Guess the next play. Steven, 7-yard out. Matt, deep ball.
I think Spencer maybe looking to get him to jump, doesn't.
Timler going to roll out to his right. Fires downfield, and Steven was right on that one. Pass incomplete, trying to look for Landon Beslick, and that's going to be a turnover on downs, and here come the Hornets.
And I think I heard, nope, I guess not. It's still
pass intended for
most of the starters.
Incomplete. Vigut on the coverage. That's a turnover on downs.
Nope. Second stringers out there for Colby.
First down, Colby.
So the second stringers come out here with 2:16 remaining in the third.
And look at that. Number 1, Lucas Hanula is going to be at quarterback. And you got Tucker Hayes out there as well. Who's in the backfield there? Oh, that's going to be Orth alongside with, Geiger up the gut. Just bulldoze it.
Brennan Geiger fighting for some hard yardage right there for the Hornets.
So that's going to be
Brody
second
Casperson
and
on the stop.
about 4. Nice 6-yard run there from Geiger.
That kid is a flash. Do you see, you don't even see him wait to get the ball. He's just running. He's like, either put it in my hands or you're going to miss me.
Yeah, that was, again, you talked about that depth, and you saw it right there.
Hanula under center, and he's going to hands off to Orth. Bounces to the outside, gets another block, sheds a tackler, and fights for that first down marker, and he's going to get it. Move that chain gang, Colby. First down, Hornets.
Again, just picking their way through that
Hornet
defense.
picks up a couple of key blocks, bounces it to the outside, and gets that first down. Moving the chain game. First down, Colby.
All you got to do there is find those openings, take a couple side steps, and just pick your way down the field sometimes, and that's exactly what Colby was doing there.
Here come the Hornets. Haniela's going to hand it off to Orthan. Oh, gets smoked. Busted through the gap. Big number 56 or 58, right? Oh, Gage Young. Big stop, but there's a flag down.
So we'll see what it is.
Carry, number 6 or 56, Gage on the stop.
Looks like it's going to be
Flag
against
on play.
Colby.
I'll get a holding. 65 of the offense.
So the holding penalty will make it 1st and 20, but that will run out the third quarter.
You
So
heard the man.
1 more to
3
go.
quarters in, 1 quarter to go.
We'll be back
Going into
right after
fourth
this with the
quarter.
4th quarter,
Your
46-6.
score,
We'll be
Rockets,
back right after this. Well, a couple score updates for you as we head to the 4th. The one that I'm keeping an eye on because I kind of was the game I was going to go to, 36-21 Medford over Onalaska. Onalaska ranked number 4 in the state right now in D3. Peeking in Pittsville. Let's take a look here and see as I try and... That game tightening up, 28-20, late 3rd quarter. Pittsville still leading. Flip over to the Edgar game, 32-6 now, Edgar over Stratford. So Colby will have 1st and 20 here after the holding penalty. Holupka under center. It's going to be Orth and Geiger in the backfield.
Oh, the ball hits the turf. And we're going to see who's underneath it. 89, Casperson seems to be awfully confident that it's going to be for the Rockets, and it is for the Rockets. Spencer coming to life here. He gets a turnover.
I think, honestly, that is one that I don't know if Geiger ever got a good grip on.
Geiger gets the handoff, but the ball hits
so he
the
fumbles
turf, and
that.
it's scooped up by Matthew Latham.
And Matthew
That's gonna bring
Latham
out the Rockets
recovers it,
offense. 1st and 10,
and they
Spencer.
will take over at their own 44. So Spencer gets the ball back, break for them here, but clock running a little faster with the running clock.
And just like that, folks, we're almost at the 11-minute mark. Timler going to be in the shotgun formation. He's got his running back off to his right. 2 wideouts on the far sideline. 7 going to go in motion. It's going to get pitched over to him. And on the run is Eilert. And he is just, Eilert up the sideline, finally shoved out of bounds. Where did this speed come from? Gets a big gain for the Rockets. 1st down, Spencer.
A big gain there, and it's a pass completion again because it was that little forward toss. Gets that one all the way down to the
number
39.
7, Logan Eilert. And he gets up the sidelines and
So
shoved
another
out of bounds
1st down,
by
and
Braden Johnson.
that's a play when it
1st
works
and
is
10,
very good. We
Spencer
talked about it a little
Columbus.
bit. If you don't quite get that toss right, it's an incomplete pass. It's not a fumble.
That's what the, I hate to bring it up, but that's what Aquinas was doing a lot against us during
Absolutely.
that playoff game. And that counts as a pass game, or a pass play. Hurdles a man, there he goes. Logan Beslick just running over people and jumping over them. It gets to the 20-yard line. Here come the Rockets, 1st and 10, Spencer.
And that's
That's
one.
like going airborne. It gets in the Rockets out to the 20-yard line. First
And that's one
and
right
10
there.
Rockets.
If the player isn't laying on the field, that's a 15-yard penalty for the hurdle. But player was down, you kind of had to go over the top of him. So
I was gonna say he did it out of necessity of like, oh, there's a roadblock.
It's one of those weird rules you get only in high school.
Yeah, no kidding. Beslick, and why not? Goes in motion, sheds one tackle, but he can't shed the second one.
That was 7, not 5.
29. Number 29 on the tackle. That was Braden Johnson, finally roping Beslick down.
That was actually,
Beslick on the
that
carry,
wasn't
makes the
Beslick.
First man missed, but he can't shed the second guy. Number 29,
Get
Braden
there. That
Johnson
was
on the
actually
stop. Second down.
Logan Eilert, and he'll be all the way back at the 30. We'll call it 33.
That's what it looks like to me. It's that weird 33-ish yard line.
Yeah, Eilert was the one on the carry there coming in motion, or should say the receiver, number 7.
We're past the 9-minute mark left in your ball game here. They got some wideouts here on the near sideline. Looking to see, maybe they're going to go airborne on this one. Timler delays, runs up the middle, nowhere going. Orth on the stop, doesn't scamper far, third down.
He's going to get right back to the original line of scrimmage.
Timler scampers
Not
out
quite
of
a
the pocket,
sack, but
Orth
3rd and
brings him
23.
down. That's going to bring up a third
not
down
right.
and long for the Rockets.
Gets that one out to, they're going to mark it at the
It's hard to see those yard
27.
markers now.
I'm going to say 27, so picks up a few, so 3rd and 17.
In Steven, we trust. That's what I like to say. Rockets looking to see if they can get a second score on this ball game. See if they can get themselves to double digits. Guy in motion, and that guy is Beslick. Turns the corner, runs into a bunch of green jerseys. Picks himself up a few yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They're going to mark him right out at the 25.
Beslick on the carry. Tristan
So picks up a
Smuzzle on the
couple,
stop.
sets up 4th and
Here comes
15.
4th down for the Rockets.
And I think if you're Spencer, you're going for it here. You got nothing to lose. Maybe dig down in the bottom of the playbook there and see if you got something fun you can try here.
But the thing is like, don't make it too drawn out, right? Like, get yourself some space. I would just go downfield. Just jump ball. Let that tall guy get it. Timler rolls out to his left. Throws across the field, and it's blocked! Pass is incomplete. Figood hitting himself on the helmet because he was just a finger stretch away from intercepting it, but it doesn't matter. Turnover on downs. First down, Colby.
And that's exactly what you do in that situation. If you're not getting to the quarterback, get in the air, get your hands up in the way, and he was able to knock that one back the other way. That was, I don't think you could have drawn that one up any better for Colby if you had it drawn up that way as a play. I mean, just got in the right spot. And I think we're going to get another new quarterback here. It's like that is number 11, Devin Meyer.
Yeah, Devin Meyer, number 11, coming into the ball game.
So Coach Hagan going deep into the bench here with the 40-point lead.
Matt starting his favorite tradition, if he could play Sweet Caroline throughout the whole entire 4th quarter, but that's going to be hard with a running clock. Meyer handoff to Geiger, and he puts the ball on the grass again. Ball squirts out at around the 35-yard line, and who gets it?
Spencer got it.
Spencer's going to get it. Unreal. There you go. Turnover again for the Hornet offense.
And that one, just a punch from behind, knocked the ball out. And that's going to bring it all the way out. Ends up at the 46.
Oliver Steen on the carry, but gets the ball knocked out by Caleb Higgleman. And that's going to be a turnover for the Rockets. 1st and 10, Spencer Columbus. But you know what? You got to test these young guys out. Why not?
Absolutely.
Following some blockers is, looks like that's Jack Haper. Picks up himself a good gain right there, brought to a stop by Orth. Haper on the carry.
So Haper on the carry on that one is now Spencer going into the bench a little bit, getting that one down to the 30.
They got themselves a nice drive here. Can they capitalize before time runs out? Haper gets another big hole, and he blasts right through. Gets well past the first down marker. Just tackled shy. Looks like just shy of the 20-yard line. Rockets on the move.
So that'll be another first down as Spencer finding some opportunities. We talked about the depth a little bit of Colby. You're seeing it here.
First down.
So Spencer able to really move here against the second string defense. And this time,
whoa, he changes direction. Goes the opposite way. Corner end zone. Touchdown, Rockets. Jack Haper was gobbled up, and then we must be watching a magic show. Gets out of there and runs to the opposite side, and touchdown, Rockets.
that's exactly what the Hornets have been doing all first
We
half.
must be watching a magic show, Jack.
Yeah, that's exactly what Colby was doing to Spencer all that first half. Run into a pile, squirt out, and run it in. We'll see if Spencer goes for two here, or if they kick the field goal. They're going to go for two. Now whistles and a timeout. Spencer's going to take a timeout.
There you go.
So Spencer takes their first. We'll take it with them. 4:05 remaining in the fourth. 46-12. We'll be back right after this.
One thing that surprised me about the RVA is the want to do school, whereas it was kind of a struggle before.
All of the educators, the staff, the therapists, the specialists, everybody is so knowledgeable. And my favorite thing is that we all work together as a team for the kids. I really feel like we're partners with the RVA. I just love it so much. I know I've said that before, but like I love the RVA.
Sing it if you know it, folks.
So 4:05 remaining here in the fourth. 46-12. Colby with the lead. It's a 2-point conversion attempt here for the Rockets. And then Colby, just a couple first downs, should be able to run this one out.
What are we? Roman Schmidt, alumni here of 2020, spotting the ball for me. Doing a pretty good job with a pair of like kid-size. It's the big guy! Runs into the end zone, touchdown! Or no, 2-point conversion is good.
That is
Man,
Jackson Manicky. Going full fridge on that one.
Give the big guy the ball, number 78. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Jackson Menke gets it.
So,
4 minutes and 5 seconds.
you know, that is not a bad goal line play. That is a big guy for a high school player to try and take down.
46.
As we peek in again on that big upset brewing in Medford, or in Onalaska. Medford extending their lead, 2:26 remaining in the third, 44-21.
What is happening there?
I am not sure, but I will tell you what, that might change a few things for us in the next couple of weeks as well. So,
well, you sports guys look forward to that, right?
Oh.
Change up in dynamics.
To say that the feelings in Medford were a little pessimistic going into this one would be an understatement. And
well, that's exactly right. But man, what a great ball game going on there, especially for the Raider fans, huh?
Well, that's going to be a big one. Seeding coming too. So, but
Carrera
and Medford with the ball.
Braden Johnson back to receive.
But popping in on the other scores that we have. Start early fourth quarter break in Pittsville, 34-20, Pittsville over Cadott.
Hanula fielding the kickoff, changes direction, bounces it to the outside, sheds one tackler, and finally brought down at the 45-yard line, gets himself a big gain. Number 1 on the jersey. And that's where the Hornet offense is going to get to work.
And that will...
Kickoff fielded by Hanula.
And I think
Scamper
for
is hit to the
the Hornets,
45-yard
they
line.
are just going to do what they need to do to
stop by
get
Festlake.
this one to
First
the end.
down,
Don't think we're
Colby.
going to see anything too special or fancy here from the Hornets. Just some good old-fashioned downhill running.
Meyer as the quarterback now. And the ball is dropped again. Fumbled handoff, and the Hornets stay on top of it with Snozzle jumping on top of it. And that handoff was meant for, looks like Will Haynes, or Hennis.
Yeah, they are just not hanging on to that ball, and that's going to get marked at the
Colby keeps possession. Snozzle jumps on top of it. Second down for the
43.
Hornets. What is happening? These running backs are like, they're running at that ball too much, or too fast. Not too much, but too fast.
They're not getting. That one was on the snap. I think he just hit the bottom of the center when he tried to snap it. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a. I don't want to use the term butt fumble, but kind of a butt fumble there.
Meyer handoff. Fighting as the Colby running back gets it past the line of scrimmage by only a little bit, and that was Steen on the carry. Pickup of a couple, third down.
So third
Steen
and
on the
9,
carry.
just a gain of a couple to the 46. Gain of a
Sureness
couple to the
on the
46.
stop. Third down.
So that will set up third and 9. And now you start really getting into some trouble here if you are Aaron Colby territory, because I doubt we're going to see a pass. We're going to see him run it a couple times, leave Spencer with no time left on the clock if they don't get the first down.
Yeah, just milk it. Kill that clock. Meyer, handoff. Hanula gets it. Gets a couple of blockers. And whoa, gets roped down in a hurry. But not before he gets himself on the other side of the 50 for fourth down and manageable for the Hornets. That Jack Haper's got a big arm. Hanula gets the handoff, gets Scampers across the 50, but then meets the big
we'll call
arm
fourth
of
and
Jack
4.
Haper and brought to a stop. Fourth down for the Hornets.
So 4th and 4, checking in on the other big game. 32-6, 6 minutes left. Edgar over Stratford.
Oh my gosh, is that the biggest win they had over Stratford?
Oh,
there's some for a while.
There's some big ones in there, but it's got to be the biggest one for a while, for sure.
That's what I mean. Hanula gets the ball again, same play. And this time he gets the first down. Great running, great downfield blocking by that Hornet squad. First down, Colby.
And that will do it. That's all they needed with 45 seconds left. I don't think they need to snap another ball.
Well, Roman Schmidt, you're invited up here anytime via spotter before you move off to New York
Victory
to do your
formation.
stand-up comedy. Victory formation for the Hornets. Meyer downs it, and I don't know, Steven? That should do it.
That'll do it. So Colby gets the win, 46-14, and they go to 2-0, and Pittsville on their way to 2-0. Edgar on its way to 1-1. The Marrowood looks really, really good this year.
There you go. Just like that, folks, 4 quarters in.
So 4 quarters in, we're going to step aside for just a moment. We'll be back with Coach Hagan and our player of the game. That is going to be Mr. Gavin Voss coming up here in just a minute.
Hey everybody, Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and I am standing in our all-new express lane. Open now, no appointment necessary. Stop on in and get things like oil changes, filters, quick lubes, no appointment necessary. See you soon.
Joined by our player of the game, Gavin Voss. Gavin, 112 yards, 10 carries, and a touchdown. What was working for you?
I think what was working for us was before Ivan got hurt, it was a lot of back and forth running between us. You know, Ivan would hit up the middle, I'd go around the outside, we'd kind of confuse the offense, and it really worked for us going back and forth like that.
You know, you mentioned the injury. Obviously, you know, maybe something, you know, it's hard to say, you know, I don't get too much into it, but how does it say that you guys were able to find a couple more touchdowns there, even after you got hurt? You guys didn't kind of, you know, dip the heads a little bit at that point.
I'd like to give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They never put their heads down. They never did nothing. They kept going, kept fighting real hard, kept hitting hard, doing all the things that they were supposed to. And I mean, we're a good team, and I think we can prevail no matter who's in and who's out. We got a lot of depth.
And then, obviously 2-0 to start the year. Kind of been a tradition for you guys to start the year 2-0. But how important was it this year to get that 2-0 start, especially with some tough games coming up the next few weeks on the schedule?
I feel like it was really important because Colby's had a really good history, and you know, a lot of people were doubting us this year, losing people like Caden Healy and then having a state team a couple years ago. They weren't sure about us, like our group, because we didn't get a lot of playing time. And I feel like it's really important to show that we're still Colby football, and we still run it how we're supposed to.
All right, sounds good. Congrats on the win. Great job tonight. Our player of the game, Gavin Voss. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll grab Coach Hagan here in just a moment. Joined by Coach Hagan. Coach, all on the ground tonight. I don't have the final number, but, you know, Gavin runs for 112, Ivan runs for 125, get 46 from Begood as well. You know, how important was it for you guys to just establish that running game here tonight?
Yeah, that's kind of who we are as a football team. We're a running football team first. You know, try to complete a couple passes tonight. You know, we had a guy open on, you know, down in the end zone, just overthrew him, but. You know, I'm not gonna lie. It was a rough Tuesday at practice. We didn't know who to block, you know, and we even stopped our team offense during practice. Like, guys, practice is over. We're gonna do sprints, and I tell you, Wednesday and Thursday they came back refocused and re-energized, and we really slowed things down on Wednesday and Thursday and simplified our offense and just narrowed down. These are the plays we are going to run Friday night. And I'll tell you what, we came out and executed, and we could hear pads popping on the line of scrimmage right from the get-go.
You know, you actually brought me right to my next question, the offensive line tonight. I don't think, and I'd have to look back and look, but I don't think you guys had a negative play in that whole first half. Or if it was maybe a loss of one. Talk about the offensive line and how much push they had to give those backs that room, especially at that first level.
Yeah, you're right. You know, we did get some good push tonight. You know, we don't have the biggest offensive line that you're going to see, you know, on the football field. But, you know, the kind of offense that we run, you know, the wing tee, we get a lot of angle blocks, and that's kind of what we want to do is get angles and take advantage of our speed. And we got some guards that can get out and when we run our sweep, and they're fast. And yeah, we just played really, really well on the line of scrimmage tonight and executed, and our backs ran hard, and you know, I think the results showed in the first half.
So 2-0 again, start the year. You know, some really tough games coming up in the next few weeks, but how important was it for you guys to get these 2 wins here, kind of get yourselves set as you get into the crossover schedule, and then obviously a really tough Marywood Conference schedule this year?
Yeah, it's big that we get, you know, some confidence in these early games because, you know, coming into the year, you know, we're starting we have one returning starter on defense and one, maybe 2 on offense, depending on how you look at it from last year. So we don't have a lot of varsity experience. So, you know, these guys are learning on the go, and they're doing an excellent job of listening in practice and working hard, and you know, we just want to keep the ball rolling from here on out.
All right, sounds good, Coach. Congrats on the win. We'll see you guys next week against Iola.
Thank you, Peter.
All right, I'm going to sneak back upstairs. Matt and I are going to wrap things up here in just a moment. All right. Matt will be joining us here in just a second. He's dealing with some stuff. Gives me a chance to preview that we're back here at Colby next Friday. They host Iola Scandinavia.
We have your keys, so if you can hear me, Amy Freebud.
As he's dealing with somebody who forgot their keys.
So you can claim your
But,
keys.
You look at, we got Iola Scandinavia coming next week. That's a 7 o'clock start. Matt, maybe Wade and I on the call.
Come up to the announcing booth and you can claim your keys back.
As Matt will be joining us here.
We have a curious case of the missing keys. Oh, man. So I would say we got ourselves quite a few. Good job, Coach. I got one criticism on the game.
Okay.
The starting music was not good. That's what I was told. So I have to revamp. Well, you know what happened here? So Parents' Night, we always start it first because we don't want to start it at halftime because we want to have the folks that accompany and support these players to be with them. So we always start it before the game. So then that kind of like disrupts your all of your other sequences. So like the warm-up music changes. So then I didn't have the right sequence on, and then Coach Hagan's like, are we at a funeral or is this a ball game? And I'm like, okay, I'll get the game started up here. But, Parents' Night was a great way to swing this out. But anyway, getting back to it, the storyline for me on this one is this offensive line means business. They're not going to have the height. They're not going to have the size on the stat sheet, but these guys play determined. So I was talking to Voss, who you got done interviewing, and he might have said the same thing down there. I wasn't listening to what you were saying down there, but that offensive line, they made the huge blocks that were needed and allowed those guys to run up and down the field. So that's number one, is that this offensive line has got a lot of determination, and they play with a lot of heart. Number two, still waiting for that breakout game by Tate Smith in that arm of his. He had one pass during regular game or regular play,
Yep.
and the rest was like 2-point conversions. But they didn't need to have that. They didn't need it. Hamer, everybody's gonna wait to hear back to how he's doing. Hopefully, it's just a little bit of a ding around that leg, knee area. And the Hornet defense, they are for real. They're big, they're nasty, they're tough.
So, we'll look at some stats here real quick. You talked about Tate Smith, 0 for 1.
He
was 1 for 2.
Just didn't need to throw it.
1 for 2 on 2-point conversions. He did complete the one to, I believe it was Hamer, little swing pass out here in the first quarter. But rushing was the story. Ivan Hamer, 11 carries, 125 yards, 4 touchdowns, 11.36 a carry. Gavin Voss, 10 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown. He averaged 11.2 a carry.
Wow. Picking off where the Hornets left off.
Yep. Brady Vigut, 5 carries for 46 yards. He averages 9.2, and he had a touchdown. Brennan Geiger, 3 carries for 23 yards. Luke Hanela, 2 for 10. Tate Smith, 3 for 23, including a 21-yard run.
Who was it, 21?
Tate Smith rattled off a long run.
That's right. He had that one carry.
Yep, and Oliver Steen, 1 carry for 3 yards.
So all the Hornet runners had positive yards.
Yep. There were I'm missing a couple yards in there, negative on a couple of the fumbles there towards the end, but nothing that really affects anything.
Right.
But you flip the book over, Spencer Columbus, Devlin Timler, 9 of 18, 97 yards and a touchdown. 68 of that coming on one play. Rushing, though, a different story. Landon Beslick will end up leading the way, 5 carries for 12 yards. Mason Wolf, 3 carries for 11. Jack Hepper in stoppage in garbage time there, 3 carries for 46 yards and a touchdown. Teddy Meyer, 1 carry for -7, and Devlin Timler, 3 carries for -12. He got sacked a couple times in there.
The thing about if you're on the Rocket fan side, you're looking at this, it's like, oi. So this is going on. That Timler's going to be something special. He doesn't graduate for another, 3 years. He's like class of 2026.
Devin Timler is 26, so he's got a couple of years left yet.
He's big, and he's only going to get better.
Yep.
So, that's a bright spot. But, yeah, Beslick Heck of an athlete. Like, the stats don't show it, but the game that we watched,
Well,
that guy was all over.
3 catches, 86 yards, including that 68-yard touchdown right at the end of the first half.
See, there you go. Good stat line.
Teddy Meyer, 3 catches for 13. Logan Ehrler, 2 for 4. Yeah, those were on a couple of those shovel passes. And then Mason Wolf had the 1 catch for -6.
I think those are the other guys I wanted to mention was like Teddy Meyer and Mason Wolf. Like, those guys, they are juniors right now, if I'm looking at that correctly. Those guys got big motors. They were just all over the place. But, yeah, just didn't have the stats, like, on the offensive side to showcase it. But on the defense, big anchors, or big part of the foundation of that Spencer defense.
And if you're Spencer, you're looking at this, and you've played 2 of probably the better teams that you're going to see for a bit here. Because, I mean, you've played a St. Croix Central team that is usually a perennial playoff team. You've played Colby, who is just, shared a Merriwood Conference title and 2 Merriwood Conference titles and 1 a state title in the last few years. I mean, we're talking about one of the better, probably one of the top programs in the area for football. And, yeah, they're going to have to play Amherst. They're going to have to play Stratford. They're going to have to play Wittenberg-Burnhamwood. But there are some winnable games in there for them.
For Spencer.
And vice versa, Colby is probably at this point, Loyal's still a little down, but they got one more game like this, and the rest of the season is going to be a slog. And you got a bunch of those games on the road. Yeah, you get Edgar here in 3 weeks, but you have to go to Auburndale, to Pittsville, and to Abbotsford.
I know. The Pittsville game scares me. Like, granted, like, I'll be nerve-wracked for this Edgar game because you know what? Edgar is going to be coming out swinging. They've been shellacked the last 2 seasons, and they're going to be looking at this third one, and they're going to say, like, not for a third time. So that one's going to be a game and a half. But, yeah, that Pittsville game, that one scares me. Pittsville notoriously has huge players, and they love defense. And they're good again. And that was the one team that gave the Hornets really a lot of struggles running the ball against.
That big guy they had in the middle has graduated, but I got a chance to see him last Thursday against Augusta, and I would compare them a lot to Colby. They're not big. They're not going to really bully you around, but they are fast.
They are fast. So this is a different kind of Pittsville team now.
Very different Pittsville team than we saw last year. I mean, in 3 quarters, I'm going to go back and look this one up quick, just as we start looking ahead to that stuff. Let me pull it up here. Dawson Luther, 17 carries, 156 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Ay, Chihuahua.
And he caught a ball. He caught 2 balls for 40 yards and a touchdown. And that's not even, and he's one of 2 very good backs in their backfield. So it's going to be very similar to what we saw from Colby tonight. A lot of handing off to 2 guys, some counter, but they also have a quarterback who can throw.
Well, but that's many games down the road.
Many games down the road.
So, like, Colby is going to be going against Iola is their next game.
Iola Scandinavia, who I haven't seen a final from them yet tonight. I haven't actually looked that far ahead yet, to be honest, but we can do that quick here. But you look at a couple of those, Iola Scandinavia, another one of those powerhouse football programs. They're always good. It's not too often. They had a down year recently, but they're a perennial playoff team.
That's the thing, and even when we played them on the road last year, people are like, "Well, this team's not going to be down for long." So that's going to be the first big test. I would say for Colby.
They don't have a score from tonight, but they beat the Division 7 runner-up Shiocton Week 1, 32-7. So I mean, they're going to come in. They're going to play hard. I mean, it's a storied program, but you've got to win these. Because now these count.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think anybody's thinking Colby is not going to make the playoffs. But you start slipping up here or there, and all of a sudden that gets really scary really fast.
Yeah.
Because, you got to win 4 to guarantee a playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, you've got some tough games in there.
Yeah, no kidding. And then the other part is, like, as we play these tough teams and a lot of physicality, it's, like, just keeping everybody healthy. So, like, everybody's got to treat their bodies well. Everybody's got to condition good, which that's something I've noticed in this game, and it was clear as day in Neilsville. This team doesn't slow down and it doesn't lose wind in that second half of the ball game, you'll start seeing some kids getting a little bit tired, a little bit sluggish, but like, man, this team is like very well conditioned. So we'll see. But then who's Spencer face off next?
Spencer next, they have, I can look it up here quick. Come on, load up here. They get Shiocton at home.
Oh, there you go.
So, but then they go to Wittenberg-Burnhamwood after that. So they've got a winnable game next week. And I think really that's the point where we'll start seeing how good the Spencer Columbus team is. I mean, they've, like I said, they played 2 top teams and gotten beat soundly, but they didn't look bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, obviously the moment those starters came out, they were getting yards on Colby.
Yeah.
They were getting yards in that Colby defense. They connected on that big pass. I don't think that they're a bad football team. I think they just decided to play a brutal non-conference schedule this year.
Yeah.
Which, if they can get those 3 wins and make themselves playoff eligible, is going to help them get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
And once you're in the playoffs, you never know what can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But,
well, who's our big sponsors for that you got to list off? Or
well, I can see one of them just across the road there, Nicolay Bank. We got Nicolay Bank here. Clinner Insurance is a big one here. They got the office up in Abbotsford.
Yep.
Century 21. But a lot of different sponsors. You can see them running across the bottom all day. And, of course, we got to thank our Red Zone sponsor, Wojcik Plumbing and Heating.
Wojcik?
Wojcik Plumbing and Heating of Medford.
Oh, nice. How long have they been in business?
I don't know how long. It's been a long time, but they are a very great company. Work with them. And, obviously, I've had a chance to follow their son, Jack, who plays for Medford and is currently, well, I'm going to check in here again. 52-35, 4:24 remaining. Medford upsetting,
wow.
On their way to upsetting the number 4 ranked team in the state in Division III.
Unbelievable. Good for those guys.
The other game I would have been at if we weren't here.
Well, hey, you know, we really, on behalf of Colby and the Horses, we really appreciate you setting cap here and allowing us to get a broadcast of our small little town here that loves their football program. So we really appreciate that.
Well, do you want to say we're back Tuesday? Some volleyball action. The Stratford Tigers come into town. A little non-conference volleyball on Tuesday.
The middle brother, Wade Olmican, who normally is here alongside me, but he also is the head coach for the Colby volleyball program. They're going to be playing, on Tuesday. And, so you're going to be showing up and and we're going to be doing the volleyball talk.
Doing the volleyball talk, and then we're back here on Friday for Iowa Scandinavia.
Yep.
So that's
big week for Colby sports right there. And On Focus is going to be there to get you watching it every step of the way.
And we'll have highlights of Colby running over in Loyal on Tuesday as well. I'm going to pop over Colby cross country running over at Loyal. So we're going to pop there, get back here, get that done, and
oh my goodness,
we're going to do all the sports this week.
Steven has a high motor. He never gets tired.
I do.
Oh, yeah. Well, anything else for you, Steven?
No, I think we're good. I think we can wrap her up.
I'm going to go sit in a chest freezer. It was just so darn hot today. So, well, his name is Steve Akanek for Sports on Focus. Thank you so much again, Steven. I'm Matthew Omikid for the Hornets. Reporting to you live here in Colby, Wisconsin for our non-conference Friday night matchup. Spencer Columbus taking on the Colby Hornets. Colby coming out with a big win. So stay tuned for more football and more sports coming up